What's good? What's good, my people? What's good, my peopleizations? Stephen Lamontes Hawkins, my brother Drew Titan, LLC. The Droof in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Drew Titan. Drew, drop the link. Josh Stotts, D. Griggs, King Jr., Ralph Shelton, Miss TT UK, peace bless to you, Queen. Brandon Hill Sr., One and Me 92. We Juggernaut Entertainment, LLC. Terrell Curtis, Johnny Trubu Staley, Mike J. Giovanni Papi Giorgio. What's going on? Jay, what's going on? Smash that like button.
Same thing that Jesus said.
Beyond and Above Media. Gabby Source, Reese Martin, Big Block, King Kong, Real Authenticity, Jay Gadget, Anthony Fitzgerald, Black Attack, Tiana Scott, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Amir Kari, Terry Smooth Jr., PGA's Big Dog, Jay Davis, Jay Walsh 4, Waldeck 357, Beyond and Above Media, Gerardo Valencia, full movie episode. What's good, my peoples? My brother Bish, be Megastar. If you got sons, daughters, nieces, nephews, little cousins, friends with little kids, have them subscribe to KK Pension TV. My brother Bish, be Megastar Little Princess channel. Bish, drop the link. You already know. D. Hodges, Henry King, Christopher Cooper, Jackson Morwell, Texas Trucker, Mike Jones, MPWTF, Iron Levent, Dominique Seabron, JNY Boxing. Come on, brother. He said because Floyd is... Come on, bro. Y'all don't got nothing to do with it. Y'all just be making up stuff, boy. Boy, I tell you. But if it's the other way around, you won't be saying it. Teach. If it's the other way around, would you say the same thing? No. T. Scott, Moyo Sauce, Machiavelli Mafia. So, Floyd Mayweather believes that Terence Bud Crawford is the best fight in the world. He's been saying it. He reminds him a lot of himself. And because of that, he feels like Puda. And because of that, he feels like he's the best fight in the world. Quest, what's going on? Nitty G, my brother. Mar, what's going on? So, the brother said, well, he's just saying that simply because they're both African American. Well, last time I checked, Errol Spence is too. Julian Lettisman, Deontay Mosley, risk taker. Errol Spence is too. He said he's better than Errol Spence. Go figure. Adrian Tapia, what's going on? I don't even think y'all be paying attention to anything you say. Jason Smith, Chavo TV, what's going on? Salute Blue, do you think Crawford, Spence, or Boots could one day fight Canelo at a catchweight? I'm hard pressed to see it. Jesse R, D Hodges, Rico Breland, what's going on? He's moving so high up in weight. I don't see it. Elijah Ron Lawson, JD A415, what's going on? AJ Celestine, On a Mission TV. And another thing is about that is this, right? One hitter quitter, what's going on? It's going to be hard for Canelo Alvarez because unless Joshua Richardson, what's going on? He's going to be aging, right? Obviously. So you say, when can he fight? Terence Crawford is 34, right? Christopher Cooper, Mario Forza, what's going on? Joshua Richards, what's going on? Right? Terence Crawford, 34. He's fighting at 147. When is he ever going to get to fighting at least 160 to Siegfried Cabin? What's going on? Ricardo Miranda, Jay Cooley, what's going on? When is he going to get to 160 to even being considered in a conversation to fight Canelo? When he still got multiple fights to happen at welterweight, then he got to fight at junior welterweight. Montana Slim, what's going on? Then he got to get acclimated to middleweight. And Canelo, by that time, it's just too late. Elston Pittman, what's going on? Jimmy Jump 20s. Random D 999, what's going on? Larry Legend, what's going on? It's just too far-fetched, man. And Canelo Alvarez, if Canelo Alvarez attempts to fight one of these guys at a catchweight, Paul Porter, what's going on? If he attempts to fight one of these guys at a catchweight, it's going to be too much on his body, man. Let's just be real. Puda, please. It's just too much on his body. Positive Desires 28, what's going on? Diego Garcia, what's going on? That's just too much to ask the Canelo. I don't even think about it. Rebel, what's going on? Man, that you asking Canelo to do too much. Tim Allen, what's going on? It's more feasible for them to do it than it is for him. You asking him to come down and catch weights, and what is he gonna do? Come down to 65? I don't even think he can make 68, let alone come down to a catch weight at 65. Rolling 60s, what's going on, great brother? Franklin Christian, what's going on? You understand what I'm saying? Nino B, what's going on? John Lentugua, what's going on? Right? It's just too much to ask at Canelo. Right? Yeah, now listen. I put the post up about Teofimo Lopez. Renee Basham, go subscribe to my brother Renee Basham. Renee dropped the link. Darling James, what's going on? I put the post up. Main Towns, what's going on? And you had a few brothers coming there with Teofimo Lopez moving on, right? And they said, no, Teofimo Lopez, your narratives be the brother Lalos, he said your narratives be bugging sometimes. Huh? Because I said that Teofimo Lopez is going to vacate the belts and he's going to move on. Ranu Saw told him, brother in the super chat, man, Blue, good thing I'm on YouTube, saw you live. Yeah, they ain't sent out the notice. It's all good. Swag Beats TF, what's going on? S. Jones, what's going on? So the brother said, oh, bro, your narrative, S. Jones, what's going on? I know there's some people that they don't rock with Lalo, but I don't have an issue with Lalo boxing. Melvin Everett, what's going on? Brilliant AJ Fanatic, what's going on? I don't Lalo doesn't bother me, man. He supports who he's supposed to support. That's how I look at it. He never bothered me at anything. So, with that said, C Money, Yashara Ben Israel, what's going on? Rolling 60, appreciate you, great brother. C Money Streams, what's going on? Smash the like button, man. So, the great brother Lalo said, your narratives be bugging. And he put the laughing emoji, right? Yeah, Deontay Mosley, I don't have an issue. Vince Williams, Big Brother in Life, what's going on? Main Towns, Vernon Adams, what's going on? So he said, your narratives be bugging. So this is what I said. I said, and after all, I put the clip up of Teofimo and Devin Haney going back and forth. D. Hodges, A. Knox, what's going on? Texas Trucker, what's going on? Happy Thanksgiving to you too, great brother. Be safe out there over the road. Terrell Callahan, what's going on? And so I said, after all of that, I put the clip up of Teofimo and Devin Haney going back and forth, right? And I said, after all of this, Rara and all of that, the comments, Teofimo now is vacating the titles and now fighting Devin and not fighting Devin Haney, right? Then I said, boxing never disappoints us, right? So that's what Lalo, he put, your narrative be bugging. How? So I said, how? Right? Because all I did was take his word for it. Via Ferreira, what's going on? He said that he's moving up to Nico Austin, what's going on? Curtis Sewell, what's going on? He said, I'm moving up to I've been at this weight too long. Robert Singleton, what's going on? He said, I've been at this weight for far too long. SP 702, what's going on? Mike Jones, what's going on? He said, I've been at this weight for too long. None of these guys wanted to fight me, so on and so forth. So I can't keep waiting around. Devin Haney never fought for a world title. He's not a world champion. So why am I going to fight him? So then he stated, I'm moving up, and if he wants to fight me, then he got to come and fight me. He got to come and fight me at 140. You see what I'm saying? So, now, now, so one of the great brothers said, man, dudes are not fans of boxing. They're not. Rolling Red, what's going on? Right? Dudes are just not fans of, we're just not fans of boxing, right? We are fans of Demetrius Bright, Wendell Jackson, Chief Fred, what's going on? We're fans of fighters. Keaton Berrien, what's going on? One of the great brothers, he said that Teofimo Lopez will beat Devin Haney. So I don't know why you're posting this, because I think they're going to fight, just maybe not when you want them to fight. What are you talking about? Do we proofread these things before we say them and send it out? Do we proofread that? Why would you say, I think they're going to fight, just not when you want it to happen? Huh? They supposed to be fighting next. What you mean, not when I want it to happen? What are we talking about? How does that add up? The Truth 24, my brother in the super chat. Where you been at, The Truth? I ain't see you all week. He said, Blue is a legend. Happy Thanksgiving to your family. Salute to you, great brother. I appreciate you. Greg Peters, what's going on? How does that even add up? He said, I think they're going to fight. Just not, I think they're going to fight anyway. I think Teofimo is going to beat him. But I think they're going to fight anyway, just not when you want them to. What do you mean when I want them to? They just came face to face and agreed to fight in their after their respective upcoming fights. Jose Duran, what's going on? Salute to Arizona. So why would you say not when I want them to fight? And shouldn't it be when you want them to fight as well? One body in Yashua, Los Angeles, what's going on? Gerald Lunsford, what's going on? Deron Jordan, what's going on? Shouldn't it be when you want them to fight? Shouldn't you want them to fight next? What do you... Just not when I want them to fight. You see how they try to switch the narrative? It's just not when you want them to fight, boo. Chief Fred 4, brother in the super chat. I agree, because if people were fans of boxing, more people would be talking about Stephen Fulton, Omar Figueroa. That's a great fight Saturday. It is. Three ERs. What's going on, great brother? Salute to my brother, Charles Edward Cheese, in the building, in the super chat, dropping that 500 on your boy Blue. Salute to my brother, Charles Edward Cheese, dropping 500 on your boy Blue in the super chat. Much love to my brother, Charles Edward Cheese, always coming through, studding up and showing me love, man. Always supporting the channel, man. We appreciate you here, 1,000%, great brother. I appreciate you more and more. You understand, you already know what it is, man. It's much love to you, great brother. Again, salute to my brother Charles Edward Cheese in the super chat, dropping 500 on your boy Blue in the super chat. Much love, great brother. T Hall, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute to my brother T Hall in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. The Truth 24, my brother back in the super chat, says, sorry, Blue, I missed you on vacation past week. Oh, man, enjoy your vacation, great brother. Jay Lynn, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Salute to my brother Leo Vinsmoke, multimedia artist. He said Edward Cheese dropping a half a rent on Blue today. Yeah, he always show love, man. Yes, sir. He said, time to get cooking. LaMarcus Robinson, what's going on? Stanley Bailey. Hey. Fly Guy Indy, brother in the super chat, dropping that halfer. Good on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute to my brother Fly Guy Indy in the super chat, dropping that halfer. Good on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute Blue in the chat. When I heard Tio face self say that I wanted to jump through my phone, this cap got to stop. Happy Turkey Day to you and the fam and everyone in the chat. Salute to you, great brother. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. JD Blue, what's going on? Yeah, so my thing is this, right? How do people, we got to be a fan of the sport of boxing first. Be a fan of the sport of boxing first. When you're a fan of the sport of boxing first, everything else will fall in line, right? So how could you say I'm trying to change the narrative? Miss TTUK said, Blue, your doors got my doors going crazy. Street Heat 2-time TV, what's going on? D Hodges, what's going on? Smash the like button, people. Get the likes all the way up. So my thing is this, right? How can you say it's my narrative when he said he's going to drop the belts, right? He said he's going to drop the belts, move up, and then Devin Haney could follow him up to 140 and they can fight there. Yeah, Henry King. So how's that me saying that, changing the narrative? I'm just telling you what he said. He said that out his own word for word. Hebrew NBA King, what's going on? Michael Myers, what's going on? But it's my narrative, my channel, what's going on? Michael Myers, how's it my narrative? When Teofimo Lopez, let's go to the videotape. The Truth 24, my brother, back in the super chat, dropping another halfer. Good on your boy Blue in the super chat. What is on your menu, Blue? Turkey Day. Well, the wife is getting busy. My daughters is getting busy. My daughter's over there cracking eggs. My daughter-in-law is what you call the thing? Sifting. She's sifting, right? And my wife is cooking the sweet potatoes, and me and my sons is waiting on them. That's what we doing. Boston Truth Serum, DC Trucker, what's going on? Eddie Wallace, what's going on? LeVar DeMos, my brother, what's going on? Smaggy, what's going on? Ed Rock, my brother in the super chat, he said, respect and great work, Boo Bud. You always have great content, and what I enjoy is you do it with no foul language, with intelligence. Blessings. Salute to you, great brother. I appreciate you. Taylor Live, what's going on? That's my thing, right? Darwin James, what's going on? I respect everybody. That's it. Rottweiler, what's going on? Samuel Davis, what's going on? You understand what I'm saying? So, official line stepper, what's going on? So, my thing is this. When people say, hey, man, Blue, that's not what he said, or you create a narrative. Huh? He said they agreed to fight next. Mook the Villain, what's going on, great brother? They agreed. Joseph Bailey, what's going on? Jafari Caesar, what's going on? They agreed. It went viral, didn't it? JJ and Light One, what's going on? When Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney, DJ, what's going on, DJ? Dwayne Jones, what's going on? When Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney came face to face, Huncho 2-time, what's going on? Did it not go viral? Did they not verbally agree and shake on it? Oh, you get past that fight, we're going to fight. Oh, yeah. When you get past, didn't Teofimo Lopez talk to Eddie Hearn, Matchroom CEO and promoter, co-promoter of with Devin Haney, Pull Counter Boxing? What's going on? Martin's Oni Minchi, what's going on? Burgess Merida, what's going on? Didn't that happen? Or did I make that up? Did I make that up? Or did that not happen? Greg Peters, what's going on? Billy Ray 5417, what's going on? He said, yep, I saw it happen in Fresno, I believe. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. God's greatest, what's going on? Chua Coronado, what's going on? So I didn't make that up, did I? Don't H, what's going on? Right? I didn't make that up, did I? That's what happened. They verbally agreed. They went back and forth. Eddie Hearn then talked to Teofimo Lopez after that. Tavian Parrish, what's going on? With his dad, right? And they said, okay, can you make that fight happen? He said, I'll make it happen. If Boss True Seven, what's going on? He said, if Bob Arum don't want to pay for it, I'll pay for it. Didn't Eddie Hearn say that? And then they say, okay, we want to make it happen next. And then they say, tell Devin Haney to petition the WBC. Didn't Teofimo Lopez Sr. say that? Did Teofimo Lopez say, tell the WBC, tell Devin Haney to petition the WBC to mandate the fight? Didn't he say that? Dwayne Bowen, what's going on? Okay, and didn't Mauricio Suleiman come out now and say he never even spoke to them about anything regarding Devin Haney having to petition them to make the fight happen? Star City J, what's going on? Or did I make that up too? RT Style, what's going on? Big Toe, Little Foot, what's going on? Didn't Mauricio Suleiman, president of the WBC, World Boxing Council, say he don't even talk to managers? He only talks to promoters. He never had a conversation with Teofimo Lopez Sr., who told the world that he talked to Mauricio Suleiman, and Mauricio Suleiman agreed that all they have to do is petition him to make the fight. Didn't he say that? Didn't they say that? Anai Israel, what's going on? But the WBC said he never talked to Teofimo Lopez Sr., and he don't even talk to managers about making fights. He only talks to promoters. Uh-oh. Did he not say that? So that's my narrative again. Faha now, what's going on? Okay, so that's not my narrative, because that's what they said, right? 88 Sports, so what's going on? DP Rocker, what's going on? So now so they agreed verbally to fight, right? Dwayne Freeman, what's going on? And Eddie Hearn said that if Bob Arum don't want to pay for it, I'll pay for it. And didn't Teofimo Lopez Sr. and Jr. shake hands and agree with Eddie Hearn on making this fight? Right? So now, why would you go on record now? Best pugilist, what's going on? Why would you go on record now? Remember, Teofimo Lopez fights on Saturday. Devin Haney fights next Saturday. They're supposed to be building up a fight between the two of them because they fighting back to back. Rebel, happy Thanksgiving to you too. Right? They're supposed to be building up this fight and talking up the fight because they're fighting back to back. Derek Henderson, what's going on? Teofimo Lopez fight this Saturday. Devin Haney fights next Saturday. They're supposed to be building up this big fight, right? Now, all of a sudden, Teofimo Lopez is talking about, you know what? I'm vacating the belts. Devin Haney got to fight me at 140. He's an email champion. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Jarvis Emery, what's going on? Carlos Ranger, what's going on? Now, what are we talking about? Frankie Harrar, what's going on? Wolfers Milan, what's going on? Tay Brown, peace, blessings, queen. Salute to the 11520. V-Rock, what's going on? Joyce Strata Betterman, what's going on? Right? So what are we talking about? Frankie Ross said disagree. What are you talking about with Floyd Mayweather? I'll get to that in a second. But why would Teofimo Lopez downplay the fight now? When the fight should be made next week. After Devin Haney, Joseph Diaz, Teofimo Lopez should be ringside, and he should be building and promoting and talking up a fight between the two for undisputed. You can't stay. Stokes, what's going on? You can't stay at 135 for one more fight. Professor X, what's going on? I'm confused. Truth 24, my brother, back in the super chat. Blue is though how you treat everyone. It's an example, and leaders live by example. Also, love the phone to your ear and boxing advice for athletic, etc. For us athletes, etc. Oh, for sure. Always hold the phone. Easy Lewin, what's going on? J Boogie G, what's going on? Right, so you're supposed to build up the fight. Randall Andrews, what's going on? Now, you douse it out, you throw water on it? Huh? Right now, instead of downplaying Devin Haney, he should be saying, hey, you know what? After this fight, right? I'm facing Devin Haney. Varice Craig, what's going on? So if Devin Haney is what you say, He's an easy win. He's a paper champion. He beat nobody. So why'd you fight Nakatani? Who did Nakatani fight and beat? What champion was he? Dapper Douglas. What's going on? The True 24, my brother, back in the super chat. 50% like button rate. Let's smash it for Blue. Yeah, get the likes up, man. Get the likes up. Imani Smoot, what's going on? So now everybody's okay with them not fighting. B&B Boxing News, what's going on, great brother? B&B Boxing News, what's going on? Dose by the Ball Boxing, my brother. Curtis Price, what's going on? Armani LaSalle, what's going on? Right? So why would you talk down the fight? You should want to build up the fight. You should want to build up the fight. That's a big fight for you. And if he's an easy fight, he's a paper champion. He fought nobody. He can't fight. He can't punch. He can't do none of these things. Well, fight him, officially become undisputed, and then move on. Chilltown Majors, Big Bang Theory. Windsor Tonwag, what's going on? Herbie Weaver, what's going on? So then fight him, beat him, become officially undisputed, where there is no question, Canelo Kingdom, what's going on? Where there's no question who the champion is. There's no doubt who the champion is. You put it to bed and move on. And Ken Lane, what's going on? And you're going to get millions of dollars to do it. And you're going to get your biggest payday to do it as well. J-Dog 972, what's going on? So you're going to get your biggest payday as well. And you're going to turn that down. So you got an opportunity to fight for undisputed where there's no doubt. So now you can officially say that you are the 7th undisputed champion in the history of the sport of boxing, the whole, all 4 major sanction belts. And you're going to make the most money in your career. And you get to satisfy a rivalry between yourself and Devin Haney. And put all the doubt to bed if you are better or he's better. Omar Jones, what's going on? Fat Daddy the trucker, what's going on? Leo said it, what's going on? I mean, that's just too much like right, isn't it? Oh, for sure, Renee. Are they going to get it? Smash that like button. Jemson Andre, what's going on? 88 Sports Talk, my brother in Super Chat. How you moving up to 140 and the undisputed champ at 140 is telling you you have unfinished business? Make that make sense. Right. Right. Josh Taylor's like, man, I'm not boxing this dude. He ain't even undisputed in his division. And when he took the picture, Luis Ramirez, what's going on? Cinnamon Savage, what's going on? When he took the picture with Canelo, Josh Taylor was like, man, look at this dude, man. Luis Ramirez, get him going. Goodbye. Ranu Sartos, my brother in Super Chat, once again. Bro, Blue, is it possible that the historian joined it? Yeah, he came on the last 2 days, so he should be coming on today. Truth 24, my brother back in the Super Chat. Blue, you said get the likes up and your dog agreed right away. Gio James Khalil 98, B Fitness, Michael James 616, what's going on? E2G Performance, A Sneed, what's going on? So that's my thing, right? So I don't understand that. Yeah, smash the like button, man. Get the likes all the way up. Sim P, Black Fox, what's going on? So my thing is this, right? So my thing is this, right? So my thing is this, right? If you claim to be the undisputed, you want to be undisputed, solidify yourself. Why wouldn't you solidify yourself? Solidify yourself as such. Yeah, sloppy copy. What's going on? Bill D, what's going on? Another good conversation, Mr. Blue. Appreciate you. Miami Snoopy 305, my brother in the super chat. He said, "How am I? When they, I appreciate. I seen how Leonard treated you, and just wanted to show some love. I know you won't get discouraged. Keep pushing. Oh, for sure. Listen, here's the thing, right? I look at it this way, Miami Snoopy, right? Now, look at the platform that put it up, and look at the comments underneath. Chick Cicerelli, what's going on? Angelo Ross, what's going on? That tells you everything you need to know. D. Hodges, what's going on? Go look at the comments. So it didn't get the response that he thought it was going to get. Only from the ones that, just follow behind them. That's all. And here's the thing. Adrian Vett, what's going on? Right, exactly, Miami Snoopy. Omar Jones, what's going on? Yeah, Omar Jones. Of course they did. Ray Smith, what's going on? And look how they titled it. Go look at the title. It's even more funny about it. Jay Lynn, peace, blessings. Queen, how you doing today? Right, exactly, Jay Lynn. So, well, tells you everything you need to know. Reese Martin, brother, what's going on? Maurice Craig, brother in super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Hey, Blue, seemed like Tio got cold feet. Now he's stopping his legacy as well as Haney. To me, it's always a duck. Hashtag 100. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I said this too, right? Mark Fralin, what's going on? I said this, right? I said it prevents both of their legacies. Because if Devin Haney wants to become the 7th undisputed champion, now that he vacates the belt, right? Moses Balin, what's going on? Appreciate you, great brother. He said, you the man, Blue. Appreciate you. So now he vacates the belts, right? He moves on, right? Now Devin Haney has to scramble to collect all the belts for legacy when they're only one fight away. But you're going to get people to defend this. On Solo, what's going on? 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 Freaking Fire RC, what's going on? Right? So now you're going to get people in platforms because they're not fans of the sport of boxing. They don't want to see the best fight the best. They're happy with just their fighters, right? They're just happy with their fighters being active and winning. That's all that counts. They don't want to see the best fight the best. Because, see, the best fighting the best don't always mean your favorite fighter is going to be successful. It don't mean that. E2G Performance, my brother in Super Chat. TO equal Aflac energy. Aflac. Alberto Fernandez, what's going on? Carlos Monzon. Daniel Fox, what's going on? Ride 24 underscore 96, what's going on? Appreciate you. Joe Gutierrez, what's going on?
There's a lot to do and a lot of time to do.
Jay Lynn, the Queen said, what I didn't get was someone trying to put you in a group as if you don't speak on your own thoughts. Yeah, that's what Mamadou Mustafa Bey, what's going on? That's on Texas Best 79, what's going on? But Jay Lynn, that's always their comeback. That's the easiest way to, all of them, I got C's, what's going on? Right? Because they don't have a leg to stand on. So they try to lump you in with everybody else. Well, all of them always do. All of them all. No, always don't always. No, you was talking to me. So stay with me and show me where you can prove and back up what you said. Yeah, I know what's going on. You don't remember Bernie Mac saying, what's going on? That's where I was going with that. You might have missed it. Yeah, Julius Lettersma. Teofimo Lopez said that he's going to vacate the belts because he's been at 135 for too long. Sean Rothwaite, brother in the super chat. Facts, Blue. Much love to you, great brother. So that's what he said. Oh, I've been at this weight too long. Yeah, Jalen, show me proof. Show me. Point to the content that you singled out. You said, "Oh, I'm doing." So point to that content. It should be embedded. You should easily be able to be like, "You remember this and remember that," but they can't do that because it's not true. It's not. Omar Parks, what's going on? Appreciate you, Omar Parks. He said, "Yeah, you be doing your thing. You speak fast. Appreciate you." Eric, oh, my brother, what's going on? My son in the building. What's going on with you, John? Love you too, kid. So that's what I'm saying, right? The thing is, you got to have a leg to stand on when you say these things. If you're going to say these things, well, then show proof. Hey, you said this, this, and this. Cool. I never mind being corrected. Never. Scheme, what's going on? Just like I said with what Teofimo Lopez just said, right? People saying, oh man, you making up. How am I making up anything? Not making up anything. So like I said, so am I making this up? Okay, if I'm making it up, then that means he's not telling the truth. And if he's not telling the truth, then I'm confused. Carlos Hogwin, what's going on? Smash that like button, man. We got 600 people. Let's get 600 likes. Smash the like button. Smash that like button. So now, Floyd Mayweather, he says that he believes that Canelo Alvarez and Errol Spence are behind Terence Crawford. Now, I'm going to say this. This is not present. Floyd Mayweather said this before the Sean Porter fight. It's being touted as if he said this after the Sean Porter fight. He didn't say this after the Sean Porter fight. He also didn't say this after the Canelo Alvarez Caleb Plant fight. This was all before that time. Okay, so let me get y'all up to speed. Fantone Berry, what's going on? Carl LaChica, what's going on? Will Smith, what's going on? So Boxman 713, what's going on? So I want to catch y'all up to speed because a lot of people are saying, "Hey, Blue, did you see why you ain't talk about Floyd Miller saying Terence Crawford is the best?" Right? Because for one, they want to say, lately I've been saying that Canelo Alvarez is the best pound for pound fighter in the world. Archie Claxton, what's going on? And then Tyro, what's going on? And then I was saying that Errol Spence is top 3, right? Oh, but you ain't say nothing about. You always repeat what Floyd say, but you ain't say nothing about Floyd saying that Terence Crawford is the best. Samuel Davis, what's going on? Leandre Guthrie Jr., what's going on? Hector Rivera, what's going on? Hector Rivera, it's not bogus. He said this before those 2 fights. Jerry Johnson, what's going on? Now I don't know if it changed his mindset or because what he said was Jerry Johnson, what's going on? What he said was that Terence Crawford reminds him a lot of himself. He's the best fighter in the world. He stated that, this is when he stated that Terence Crawford should be a much bigger star as well. And he would love to sign Terence Crawford, but he don't want to. King Ferg was going on, Arthur Hawkins was going on. But this is Terence Crawford was still signed with Top Rank. So that lets you know everything, that lets you know the time frame, the time stamp. King Ferg, YC, what's going on? But what he said was that, this was a little bit before that, right? Jay Scotty, what's going on? This was actually around the time when Terence Crawford, this was last year. Kelly Brooks, what's going on? Who's my top 5 lightweights today? All time or just today? Patricia Shelton, Pizza Bus Queen, how you doing today? We got 700 people. How come we don't have 700 likes? I am he. What's going on? Crawford don't even fight like Floyd. No, he didn't say he fought like him. And what he's attesting to is it reminds him of himself when he was Pretty Boy Floyd. Okay, Dr. Pablo said, what's going on? That's me, what's going on? So he didn't say he fights like me. He said he reminds me of me. But people going to take that and say, oh, he said he fights like me. That's not what he said. That's not what he said at all. He said he reminds me of me, his mindset. He didn't say he fights like me. YC said we should see Spence versus Ugas or Terence Crawford versus Ugas. I think that we should see Spence versus Ugas in a unification bout, and then we should see at the same time Terence Crawford versus Keith Thurman. And I'm gonna get to that as well. Henry King, what's going on? Okay, so he never said he fights like me. He said he reminds me of me when I was young. Pretty boy Floyd Mayweather, right? He should be a much bigger star than what he is currently today. Okay. Javier Atwood, what's going on? Masha and the Bear, what's going on? Yeah, because we family. That's why. So family support one another. We support one another. Chris Craig, what's going on? But it's similar to Floyd as in how he figures out his opponents. He's similar to Floyd Mayweather in he can fight in every level. That's what Floyd Mayweather was getting at. He's so versatile. That's what Floyd Mayweather said. Okay. Charles Welbeck, what's going on? He said Spencer's avoiding Crawford. How did you come up with that narrative? Jay Smith, what's going on? Dago 619 Cali Factor, my brother. Salute to my brother Dago 619 Cali Factor. How did you come up with that narrative that Errol Spence is avoiding Terence Crawford? Boston Jorge, what's going on? Just because you're a fan of Terence Crawford don't mean that Errol Spence is avoiding him. Please stop that. David the Real Thomas, what's going on? Right. World Prime Minister, what's going on? He said yawn. Right. Okay, if you're yawning, then why are you here watching? BK Don 718, what's going on? That confuses me. I don't watch anything that puts me to sleep. Nothing. Unless I want to go to sleep. Sub-Zero, what's going on? Wendelin Hill, what's going on? Right? So now my thing is Thomas Moreland, what's going on? So my thing is Floyd Mayweather is testing his skill set, what he sees in his skill set. Hey, now you're making me on. What he sees in his skill set and his approach. When Floyd Mayweather was Pretty Boy Floyd, right? Floyd Mayweather approach was he had that dog in him, right? He'll mix it up. Floyd Mayweather said he's versatile. He reminds me of me. He's so versatile, right? He's so skilled, right? And so I agree, right? Now their approach is completely different. He reminds me more. Terence Crawford reminds me more of Pernell Whitaker than Floyd Mayweather by any stretch of the imagination. Machiavelli Mafia, my brother in Super Chat. I'm sure neither Bud or Spencer of each other, avoiding each other. And of course they're not. No, they're not. You see, this is also a business, and we have to take into account that this is also a business. So do you think that it's just the two of them that are talking about making this fight? Real Flame E, what's going on? Real One Flame E, what's going on? Just let that sink in. Young Hung Solo, what's going on? Do you think that it's just the two of them talking about, hey, man, I want to make this fight? This is a business, people. And there's millions upon millions of dollars on the line. TJJ, what's going on? FSU, what's going on? This is a business, people. Right? Lamar Boyd, what's going on? He says Spencer's tougher than Boyd. I can't say that either. Boston Hoyer, what's going on? Spencer's hard to hit, not that much. I can't say that he's tougher. I think they're on the same level. Game 12, 30, 306, what's going on? James Brown, what's going on? Butters Duck and Spence. No, he's not either. Let me tell you, we only got 456 likes, man. How ridiculous is that? At the 50-minute mark, 450 likes? Really? We should at least be at 700 likes. We should be at least at 700. At least at 700. Smash the like button, people. Get the likes all the way up. So let me tell you on Terence Crawford's part. The problem with Terence Crawford is he let the business part. He relied on the business part. He trusted the business. Melanated Blancos, what's going on? Cincinnati versus everybody, what's going on? he trusted the business too much, and then he started to trust the business to a default. What I mean by that is, even when he knew it was right there in his face, Cedric Battles, what's going on? He still stood with the business. Pass me 1, 2 water bottles. He still stood with the business. Jones, what's going on? Knowing that the business wasn't working in his favor, he still stood by the business until it was all over at this point. And now he's like, you know what? The business didn't do me right. Well, this is what we've been saying from the beginning. This is what now everybody agree. Isn't it funny? Now, watch this now. Isn't it funny? I've been saying that the business part is what's stopping this fight, Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence. I've been saying it was his trust and his loyalty with his business team that was preventing this fight. Not him, but his trust and his loyalty to the business part, right? Mo A said the title. What's funny about it? Floyd Mayweather forgot more boxing than you know. Floyd Mayweather knows something. He sparred Errol Spence, he fought Canelo Alvarez, and he knows Terence Crawford very well. So, of course, people are going to say, well, Floyd Mayweather is just being that. Well, I don't get this part when people say that, because you do know that Floyd Mayweather beat Canelo Alvarez, and he beat him every single round. So I never get and understand when people say, oh, Floyd Mayweather is just being salty. For what? Frisco Q, what's going on? Just let this soak in. Airview, what's going on? Now let this soak in. People say Floyd Mayweather is just being salty. He fought Canelo Alvarez and he beat him every single round. He's made more money than anybody in the history of the sport of boxing. He holds the highest pay-per-views, including the one with Canelo Alvarez. He's still doing bigger pay-per-view numbers in exhibitions than Canelo Alvarez. So why would he be feeling certain kind of way with Canelo Alvarez? Mo 8, how has Crawford beat Canelo Alvarez? Sounds ridiculous. Now let me ask you this question. Has Canelo Alvarez beat Crawford? Wendell Hill, BP 77, what's going on? Did Canelo Alvarez beat Crawford? Last time I checked, Canelo Alvarez has a loss, arguably 3 more losses, 2 draws. And the last time I checked, Terence Crawford has no losses and no draws, and he's knocked out his last 7 opponents. Harflickton, what's going on? Angela, what's going on? So if you're saying, has he beat Canelo? Then on the flip side, did Canelo beat him? Because it works both ways last time I checked. So your case is, right, that his last 9 opponents, right? I'm looking at Kevin Durant, and I said 7. His last 9 opponents, so he's never lost. He has no questionable wins on his resume. He has no draws on his resume. So when you say that, then that works both ways as well. So I'm just saying, if you can make a case for A, then you can make a case for B. Hey, Dub, what's going on? So the thing is, because you favor one, then you try to dismiss 2, not realizing that you're dismissing your own case and number 1. Natty Drag, what's going on? So when you say that, it just doesn't add up. And since we have 750 people here, I need us to have at least 750 likes. Cinnamon Savage, my brother, he said he also hasn't fought a Triple G or Floyd. I agree. Now, like my brother Cinnamon Savage said, on the flip side of that, right? We could say, well, Canelo Alvarez has a loss. He has 3 questionable wins, and he has 2 draws. And then I could say, like my brother Cinnamon Savage said, he also hasn't fought the level of competition that Canelo Alvarez has fought. So Cinnamon Savage, my brother, is also 1,000% correct. Because, yes, he stepped up and he fought Sean Porter in his last fight. But that's the biggest step up in his career. Now, Canelo Alvarez has fought Sean, what's going on? No point making this discussions. They are in different weight classes. No, you can make the discussion. That's the reason why people say that Canelo Alvarez is the best and this person the best. Yeah, it's all hypothetical, but it's a possibility that they can fight. Water hot. What's going on?
No.
So at the end of the day, Armando Ramos, what's going on? Canelo is better. Get over it. What is there to get over? Nicholas Simmons, what's going on? Mr. Punch-Out, what's going on? What is there to get over? Sub-Zero, what's going on?
There, no.
So, brother, you said Canelo is better. Get over it. Okay, what's there to get over? This is Floyd Mayweather's comments. I'm just elaborating on them. Donnie D, 1954 OG in the building. What's going on? Chef Dre Bug, what's going on? So why do you say that?
Fair.
I get confused. Jorge Delgado, what's going on? You can't get over an opinion, exactly. Right. So now I could say, you got your finger?
No, just my now.
So you can make the discussion because they're both on top. Exactly. And it's a possibility that they could possibly fight in the future. Yep, Canelo almost got out, but he didn't almost get out. He was getting outboxed by Amir Khan, and then he got the knockout. But are you surprised that he knocked out Amir Khan? Pop 375. What's going on? Hey.
Try. Stop it. Ozzy, go downstairs.
They can't help each other. Jordan Massey, what's going on? Storage Invaders, not 702. What's going on? World 2, what's going on? It's been proven 3 times Canelo's to fight the best. This one will add on to those. Taddy Akimba EUB. I really hope Cinnamon Savage is a woman and not a man. Cinnamon Savage is a man. That's my great brother, Cinnamon Savage, man. Unbelievable. Phil Valentine, what's going on? Nell Rockman, what's going on? But we can satisfy these questions, right? Because Canelo Alvarez can possibly face one of these guys. He's only 31. So he's actually the same age as Errol Spence, and he's younger than Terence Crawford. Right. Now, the opportunity to fight Terence Crawford is going to dwindle because of Terence Crawford's age and size, right? But at the same token, Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, we're going to get that fight. Got you, Rolling 60s. Got you, great brother. Let me see if I can do it on this format. Because this format, man. Smash that like button, people. Get the likes all the way up. So obviously, you're going to see people. People have been asking me this, what I thought. Why we have 500 likes and 750 people? We should have 750 likes. Easy. Smash the like button. Get the likes up, man. Get the likes up, man. Get the likes all the way up, man. We should have 750 likes, man. Get the likes up. The True 24, brother in Super Chat, Blue, Cats and Dogs. Love hearing your great dogs, legends, God's gifts. Why do you think they heal lonely old folks and keep them going? Love. Salute to you, great brother. You got it, rolling 60s, no doubt. Jelani Everett, what's going on? I don't know, man. It's just the energy. What they ripping the bag? Smash the like button, people. Crawford is like the Bruce Lee of boxing. Hey, I saw something interesting, right? I saw smash the like button, people. Get the likes up. I want to get the likes to 800. Smash the like button right now. Get the likes to 800 right now. Smash the like button. Dennis Ashby, what's going on, Dennis Ashby? Where you been at? Spencer and Bud will be like Leonard and Hagler. Blue, I see the fight like that. Yeah, I do see it like that as well. It's going to be a high-speed chess match. And I do see, smash that like button, man. Get the likes. Look, your chips. I do see it like that, right? Smash the like button. Get the likes to 800. Smash it. They can't help each other. Get the likes up to 800. Smash it, people. So anyway, Cash Flow, what's going on? Obviously, Floyd Mayweather, he shared the ring with Canelo. He knows. And the pound for pound list. The problem with the pound for pound list is I'm seeing people having Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk on the pound for pound list. Pound for pound list was created. Sugar Ray Robinson. It was created for guys in smaller weight classes. Machiavelli Mafia, yes sir. Yes sir. David Freeman, brother in the super chat. He said my keyboard broke from smashing the like button. Salute to my brother David Freeman. Appreciate you, brother. So it's mythical. John J. Doe, what's going on? It's mythical. We know this, right? It's opinionated, but sometimes you get a guy like Floyd Mayweather come along and he just eliminates all opinions. There is no doubt who the best fighter in the world is. Jay Smith, what's going on? You understand me? AJ voice. He understands me, right? So you get those guys that come along. When Roy Jones was at the height of his career, you knew who the best fighter in the world was, right? When Andre Ward was fighting and Floyd Mayweather retired, you knew who the best fighter in the world was. You knew who it was. Today's time, not so much, right? That's what makes it so interesting. Cool. Yeah. Oh. So today's time, this should be the time to embrace the sport of boxing today because there's no clear-cut best fighter in the world. Yeah, get the likes up to 800, people. Get the likes up to 800 ASAP. Smash the like button. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in my house. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 800 ASAP. NMB Memphis Beats, what's going on? Eric Slayton, what's going on? Darlin James, Jabari Bath, what's going on? Smash the like button. So, interesting, right? Jaron Boots Ennis, his brother, his team, they said that Terence Crawford is an average fighter. Them sound like fighting words to me. He's an average fighter, right? Chesapeake 0573. What's going on? And let me tell y'all something. Terence Crawford sees that boy. Listen to the Porterweight podcast when Terence Crawford was on there. And he said, he talked about Jaron Ennis, right? Yeah, that's what he said, Charles Edward Cheese. And he talked about Jaron Ennis, right? Yeah, he said he's average. He said he's nothing spectacular about him. He's an average fighter. Right? Natty Dread, what's going on? And Terence Crawford on the Porterweight podcast was asked about Jaron Boots Ennis. And he said something, it caught my attention. Ernest Martinez Jr., what's going on? Terence Crawford said, that dude is very skilled. Dirk Chapman, what's going on? He said, he has all the skills and the technique and everything it takes. And then he said, I knew about him from the beginning of his career, and people always compared me and used to tell me, hey, bud, come look at this dude, Jaron Boots Ennis. He's a bigger version of you. So Terence Crawford said he started to pay attention and watch him. And he said, yeah, he gets the comparison because he could do what I do. He switches from orthodox to southpaw. He has all those skills. So, yeah, I see the comparison. When he said that, CB Sports TV, my brother, in the building, salute to my brother, CB Sports TV. 455 bench pressure, 82, my brother in Super Chat. He said, blue, 100. Salute to my great brother, 455 bench pressure, 82. So when he said that, when Terence Crawford said, yeah, he do remind me of me. Tune, what's going on? That let me know. I said, ah. And then he was asked, would you fight him? And he said something else. He kind of walked us around the block. Cliff Young, what's going on? And he said, well, you know, anything could happen in boxing. One punch could change anything. What did that have to do about fighting Jaron Boots Ennis? Magnificent, what's going on? So he's asked, well, would that mean you fight him before? Do you see yourself fighting him and then leaving the sport? Or do you see him taking over the division when you leave the division? And he said, anything could happen. He gave us a Floyd Mayweather answer. He said, anything could happen. One punch can change the sport of boxing. And I'm like, huh? That didn't answer the question. Machiavelli Mafia, brother in Super Chat. If you stream tomorrow, your wife going to be 2-time undisputed. Poop. You hear this? He said, if you stream tomorrow, your wife going to be the 2-time undisputed superstar wife champ of the world after the second plate brutal KO of Blue. We ain't snitching though. LOL. Unbelievable.
Daddy, you said LOL, man.
Yeah. Chase the coin. Peace be free. What's going on? Cliff Young, what's going on? Donnie D, 1954. My brother in Super Chat. He said, take away all. Unreal. Daniel D, 1954. Donnie D, 1954. The OG in the building in the Super Chat. He said, take away all Terence Crawford's skill, still more heart than most. I agree. Hey, Roller 60, happy Thanksgiving to you too, great brother. So he kind of walked us around the block when he gave us that answer, didn't he? He didn't give La Easy, what's going on? 504 top level, what's going on? He didn't give us a straight answer like, yeah, I'll fight him 4XI, 40XI, what's going on? He didn't give us a straight answer like, yeah, I'll fight him when the time comes or so on and so forth. He didn't do none of that. He didn't do that. Marquise Hill, what's going on? He didn't do that. And they said, man, Terence Crawford, and this is, woo, he went in. He said, Terence Crawford don't throw the right hand when he's in the southpaw stance, and he don't throw his left hand when he's in the orthodox stance. He said what he is a guy that throws the left hand when he's in the southpaw stance. He's left hand dominant. He's a right hand fighter that turns southpaw and is left hand dominant. That's what he said. Damon A, what's going on? Desmond A, what's going on? Eiffel Chafin, what's going on? Randy Ridley, what's going on? Cash flow, what's going on? That's what he said. Cliff Young, what's going on? So I'm like, wow, they really truly see something in Terence Crawford. He said, we've been wanting that Terence Crawford fight. Come on. We want that Terence Crawford fight before the Sean Porter fight. We've been wanting the Terence Crawford fight. DC for Life King, what's going on? And now got me more even intrigued. LV Slugger, my brother Super Chat. Boots won't get at the title until he becomes Mando. No time in history have a champ gave a boxer without being Mando or having a huge following. I agree. Be the guy. What's going on? And I said this right. He's just he came in at a funny time. Royce Pagani. What's going on? Darren Dunn, what's going on? Boots came and started making a name for himself at a very funny time, right? And the reason that Jay Boogie was going on, the reason I say that is because he came before they got a chance to fight each other. So the thing is, Jay Lee, the chosen one, what's going on? If Alawafemi Adegunle, what's going on? If he came after they have fought each other, it would be high demand to see them fight each other. You understand? To see them give Jaron Ennis the opportunity. Knicks 100 GM, what's going on? Yeah, he's 5'10". I got an eye injury called keratoconus. I'll need a cornea transplant. Oh man, rolling 60, man. Blessings to you, great brother. It's gonna come for you. Don't worry about it. It's coming. Joshua Olsen, what's going on? It's gonna come for you. Bradford White, what's going on? Believe that. It's coming for you. Believe it. It's coming, great brother. So my thing is, right, is that this is he came at a great time for them and not for him. Ernest Nichols, Eugene Aaron III, right? James, what's going on? No thanks needed, great brother. We family. Salute to you. So Jaron Ennis, he came at a very a gray area time where we still want to see them fight each other. So we kind of put him to the back burner, right? We give them a pass for not fighting him right now because it's like, yeah, I know, but we got unfinished business over here. You understand what I'm saying? We got unfinished business over here. So I know, I know he's coming, but we almost feel like, well, we got time to see Jaron Ennis. He's still got time. So he gets kind of put to the back burner, right? And same goes for Virgil Ortiz Jr. It's like there's no demand to see Virgil Ortiz fight Terence Crawford or Errol Spence. There's no demand for that. Bless 365. Peace of blessings, Queen. How you doing today? We ain't see you in a few days. So, we look at it, Virgil Ortiz. See, now Virgil Ortiz, miraculously, he got pushed to the front of the line. He's at number 1 in the WBC, number 1 in the WBO. I don't know, opportunity, right? He got opportunity to fight Maurice Hooker, Igis Kavalauskas, the Mean Machine, right? He got these opportunities. Antoine Reed, what's going on, right? Orlando Garcia, what's going on? Matt Magnificent, what's going on? And so Jose Polanco, what's going on? And it's most proves himself before taking on Crawford. Yeah, but the thing about that is the alchemy of healing, what's going on? The thing about that is when you say stuff like that, Sergio Alfaro, what's going on? Is then you start looking at the resumes. And then you can start to say, look at them. They just don't stop.
I took Ozzy which I ran in quick. Then I put Ozzy down. He runs straight to him.
So, look, yeah, I bet going for. So the thing is, right? Rel Flow, Reflow, RR, what's going on? Pozo, what's going on? David Kratt. What's going on? So the thing is, he got opportunity. Virgil Ortiz Jr. He got the opportunity. He fought. Who he fought. He got opportunity, and he got pushed to the front of the line with 18 fights. And you got to take into account people are more willing to fight Virgil Ortiz Jr. than they are Jaron Boots Ennis. I want to see now. I was supposed to build with Custio Clayton. I'm gonna see if I can get him on Custio Clayton because I would love to see Jaron Boots Ennis versus Custio Clayton. I would love to see that. Boots needs more promotion. Boots gets a good enough promotion. Boots need more opportunities. It's not promotion. It's opportunity. He's not getting the opportunity. Period. The fighters that are willing to fight Virgil Ortiz Jr. are not as willing to fight Jaron Boots Ennis. Stephen Taylor, Renee Basham, what's going on? That's just the bottom line. They're just not willing to jump in the ring with Jaron Boots Ennis because he's a career ender. Antoine Reed was going on. Boots is the goods. He will be the man soon. His turn is coming. For sure. I have no doubt that he's the goods. No doubt about it. Irving Green, what's going on? The problem is the rest of the boxing world, they think he's the goods too. Joshua Austin, what's going on? The problem is the rest of the boxing world, they view him as the goods too. G. Lee, what's going on? Yeah, he said nobody. I mean, nobody wants to see Boots. This is a fact. Curtis Sewell, what's going on? Yeah, I think if you put Virgil Ortiz in there with Terence Crawford now, it's going to lose bad. Leon J. Guthrie, brother in Super Chat, seems like Ennis would be willing to wait too. When he gets his shot, it'll be fair. It'll be for undisputed. Ennis is a beast, though. He's not willing to wait. He ain't have no choice. You saw with everything he put up on social media after Terence Crawford beat Sean Porter, letting the world know, man, this dude can't compete with me. Mr. Punch-Out, my brother in Super Chat, he said, why I get put in timeout? Salute, Blue. Why y'all timeout Mr. Punch-Out? Why y'all talking about people? Please relax. He didn't do nothing in that position. You got to relax. The Nets is letting the Celtics come right back. They was up 30. Now the Celtics is up, and now they only up, 19? Ascension Arena, Ascension Sports TV. Ascension Arena, Ascension Sports TV. In the Super Chat, Ring Magazine said Bud only got 135,000 pay-per-view buys. How is he going to get 50-50 against Spence? Can the right happen next? Can the fight happen next? Yeah, he's not going to get. And that's another thing, right? Young Poppy, what's going on? He stated Tone Capone won. What's going on? He said that it strike TM. What's going on? Leroy Hoofkin. Hookfin. What's going on? Terence Crawford admitted that. Alias Tillman. What's going on? That. Marky Dan 123. What's going on? He admitted that, it hurt his negotiations with them having it on the streaming app. Only doing now. I thought it did 190. I don't know where 135 came from. Robert Gonzalez. What's going on? Brian Corbett. What's going on? Yeah, I did. You know what? I just didn't get enough time to be active. We only did one live stream on there. Pierre Ali, what's going on? I started the basketball channel. We only did one live stream, though. I'm going to get more active on there. So he admitted that, Alias Tillman, what's going on? He admitted that, that the pay-per-view model, it hurt his negotiations. It did, for sure. It hurt him. LV Slugger, my brother in the Super Chat. I hear Boots will fight for IBO title versus Clayton next. I hope so. Tawan GC, what's going on? I hope so. He has an opportunity to make the IBO belt a major belt. He has the talent and the skills to do it. TC Sierra, what's going on? Said Crawford. Oh, come on, man. No, he's not. Michael James 616. What's going on? He has a chance to. I was just watching the brother Rummy's Corner. I like Rummy's Corner. I don't know if y'all watch Rummy's Corner, but smash the like button. I still don't know how we don't have 800 likes. What is the holdup? Respect my loot. What's going on? We should have above 800 likes. Smash the like button. Get the likes all the way up. Get the likes up. Yeah, I love Rummy's Corner. And you saw how Rummy broke down the WBO and how it became Stones TV. What's going on? How the WBO became, a major sanction belt. Well, the holder, right? The man holding the belt with the talent, representing that belt, right? He has the opportunity, if he gets that IBO belt, to make it a major sanction belt by his title defenses, his popularity, and his skill set. He can truly make the IBO belt a major belt. He can truly do that. He has the skills. He has what it takes to make the IBO belt, the talent, the skills, and he has the interest, the intrigue. Everybody wants to see Jaron boots Ennis. Scheme, what's going on? He said, man, 5 belts. Yeah. 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 He can make that belt a major belt. He could put that belt on the map. That's what they were trying to. Jalen said, "Man, it's Lakey Green." Yeah, the Lakers. RM, what's going on? So he has the talent. He has the intrigue. He has the, he has what it takes for people to want to, watch and represent and make that belt a major belt. Marvin Hagler and Larry Holmes, they did that for the IBF. That's what they did for the IBF. They made that belt, their popularity, their skill set, their drawing power made that IBO. They made the IBF belt a major belt. Darwin James, what's going on? Mark West, what's going on? Oh, it's 4 belts is too many belts for me. I'm not opposed to the 4 belts if they get on the same page. The problem I have with the 4 belts is that they're not on the same page. If they get on the same page, I'm not opposed to it. The problem I have is them not being on the same page. And because they're not on the same page, right, what happens is we get situations where, I don't know about that. I thought they was with the WBA at one point, the IBO. I don't know who's the owner of the IBO. Right? But my thing is, Naughty Crash, what's going on? Everybody has an opportunity, remember when the WBO like Rummy, broke that down. I mean, I already knew that. Side the ruler, what's going on? But it was the talent that was holding those belts that made the WBO a major belt. The WBO didn't become a major belt until in the 90s, late in the 90s. So that's what and it depended, Deion L. Smith, what's going on? It depended on who was holding the belts. Ultimately, that's what it boils down to. But again, the belts was stripping fighters. ESO 35, Nev's Nation, what's going on? The belts, the other sanction belts were stripping their fighters because they didn't want those fighters representing the WBO title. What that have to do with your brand and your belt and your sanction belt? They didn't want to be affiliated with the other belts. You don't want to be affiliated with the other belts. It should be about the best fighting the best. Wildlife, Nelly Nell, what's going on? Mark Targarnian, what's going on? Chris Rivera, what's going on? You don't want to be affiliated with them. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. This is the politics within the sport of boxing that hurts the sport of boxing. Period. Smash the like button. Get the likes up to 1K. Smash the like button. Let me send the historian the link. Let me see if the historian coming on. Mackenzie Green, what's going on? Smash the like button, people. Get the likes up. Smash the like button. So, like I said, they see Jaron Ennis coming. Get the likes to 1K, people. Get the likes up to 1K. Smash the like button. Get it up to 1K. The Nets let the Celtics come all the way back. Get the likes up to 1K. Smash the like button. So now let's get back to what Floyd Miller said about Canelo Alvarez and why, talent-wise, Terence Crawford is more versatile. He's more skilled than Canelo Alvarez. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but the truth is the truth. He's more skilled. He's more gifted than Canelo Alvarez. He's more versatile. He can make better adjustments. He can do more things in the ring. Okay? Canelo Alvarez cannot compete with him on that level. He just can't. Okay? He has the ability to switch from southpaw to orthodox. Now, I believe that ability is starting to waver. You understand? I believe that it's getting to a point where he's becoming predominantly southpaw. But you heard Jaron Boots Ennis, his brother. He stated he's not even a southpaw. He said, "Dude is an orthodox fighter. He don't throw many punches from different angles. He's very limited." No, he didn't say he's limited. He said he's very essentially basic, average. Is what he said. Now, I don't believe that he's average, but coming from them, they can say that. I don't see average. TR, what's going on? I don't see average when I look at Terence Crawford at all. I see special. I see skill. Now, they see an average fighter. They see a guy with average skills, right? They see a guy, who, is not truly a rap star. What's going on? Is not truly a versatile fighter. Well, me, I beg to differ. I think that he is versatile, right? I think that he is very talented, very skilled. I think that he is a special fighter. They clearly don't. Clearly, he don't believe that he's a versatile fighter. D Dubs, what's going on? Right? I think that he's a versatile fighter. I think that he's a skilled fighter. Now, when you compare him beyond above, what's going on? When you comparing him, if you're Jaron Boots Ennis and Team Ennis, I always say this: great fighters, great athletes have a hard time identifying, or let me say this: they don't have a hard time identifying. They have a hard time not understanding or understanding why fighters can't do what they can do. Troy Gaines, what's going on? Right? I used to tell a close friend of mine in football, He plays offensive line, and he's one of the best offensive linemen I've ever seen, right? And so because he's one of the best offensive linemen I've ever seen, sometimes when he's trying to teach somebody else something, it's hard for him to teach that, right? Because he sees he'll say to himself, well, I could do this. Well, you're not average. You understand what I'm saying? Well, you're an exceptional talent, right? It's like RM, what's going on? He said lame. What's lame about it? Billy Budd, what's going on? What's lame? RM. So it's like, imagine Deion Sanders, right? Saying this. Man, how he let that receiver get by him? Well, everybody's not as fast as you. And some players rely on technique. They rely on skill. They rely on timing, right? Las Vegas Leon, what's going on? David Crack, what's going on? Has Boots fought for the top 10 yet? Well, you got to ask if you ask. So here's that old saying goes, glass half full, right? So has Boots fought a guy top 10? Well, you can make a case Terence Crawford for the first time just fought a guy that was top 10. Robert Montgomery, what's going on? How many top 10 guys did Terence Crawford fight? If that's the case. Antoine Reed, what's going on? Just think about that now. Has he fought a guy that's in the top 10? Well, how many top 10 fighters did Terence Crawford fight? How many top 10 fighters did Canelo Alvarez fight? How many top 10 fighters did Canelo Alvarez fight in his career? Three? DeLeon Daniels, knock it off. Knock what off, DeLeon Daniels? He be a champion in his first fight at welterweight. Okay. So because you're a champion, that makes you an elite top 10 fighter? See, I don't think we pay attention to what we say. McDonald Jackson, what's going on? So because you're a champion, that makes you an elite top 10 fighter? Go ahead, I'll wait. Don't time out nobody. Don't block nobody. Don't do anything. See, you're going to have to answer these questions. When you say stuff like that and you say it so firmly and stand on your square, now I need you to fully stand on your square. Nick Oldtown, what's going on? Quentin Gilliam, what's going on? CJ, what's going on? Mackenzie Green, what's going on? Jude 12, what's going on? So, okay. So Jeff Horn was an elite top 10 fighter because he was a champion? Go ahead, tell us. Tell us. Abdul Brooklyn, my brother, what's going on? Mike Diaz, what's going on? A champion is automatically top 10 at the weight class. That wasn't the question. The question was, how many top 10 fighters did he fight? How could he? Of course, he's the champion. So what are you talking about? Don't try to move the goalposts. You understood exactly what I was saying. JD, what's going on? Johnny True Blue Stan, what's going on? So I'm going to ask you again. Don't try to move the goalposts. Stay on your square, right? Now you're trying to move the goalposts. Well, champions automatically top 10 in the division. Nobody said in the division. He said, did Boots fight a top 10 fighter yet? So I'm asking you, because you're a champion, Power Precision, what's going on? So Young World, what's going on? So because you're a champion, that makes you a top 10 fighter in boxing? Yes or no? Donnie D, 1954, the OG, back in the super chat. Without a doubt, he's skilled. Heart wins fights. Tell him he is down. He'll knock you out. Facts. Yeah, I like that. SK Level, what's going on? 848 Whole Street, what's going on? Go ahead. DePaul Turner, what's going on? I was mistaken. Not many fighters get to fight top 10 fighters. That's rare, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Boxing Dad, what's going on? So that's my point. if you're gonna say how many top 10 fighters did Jaron Boots Ennis fight, then I gotta ask you how many top 10 fighters did Terence Crawford fight. Now you saying how many fighters in the top 10 ranking system did this guy fight? Now that's a different conversation. If you're saying how many fighters in the top 10 ranking system did you fight? Phil Smith, what's going on, great brother? Now that's a different question. But even that, it begs the question: how many fighters actually fight the top 10 in their respective weight class? Not many. Not many. And when you say top 10, well, let me just give you an example. Why that I don't like that narrative. Let me give you an example of top 10, right? When we say top 10, did he fight somebody in the top 10? Well, let me give you a narrative. Let me give you an example of top 10, right? And how that doesn't always add up, right? Let me give you an example right now. Reality Pop Star, what's going on? Silk Holler Gaming, what's going on? DePaul Turner, my brother in the super chat. I love the channel, Blue. You keep me updated on all the news. Keep doing your thing. I appreciate you, great brother. Now let me show you this. Huh? What'd you say? Okay, go ahead. Let me show you something about the top 10. Let me just give you an example of top 10 and why I don't like that whole top 10 thing. Because these sanction bodies be putting fighters in the top 10 and they shouldn't be in the top 10. Right? I'm going to give you the top 10 in the WBA. Do you guys remember this guy, Maestri? Ever heard of him? Let me give you an example of top 10. You ever heard of Maestri? You ever heard of a guy named Maestri? I'm going to show you why I don't like to use this top 10 narrative. How many fighters in the top 10 did this guy fight? Well, I'm about to show you and break this down to you, right? And show you something. You ever heard of Maestri? Anybody? No, right? Saeed Go, what's going on? Okay. So Maestri is the guy in the summertime that fought Michael Fox and arguably lost to Michael Fox. Well, we know he did. He got knocked down in the fight. He essentially lost every round, but yet the fight was still ruled in Maestri's defense. Knocked down, lost every round, right? And so even the WBA, they said, well, you know what? Cain, Adam Street, seeing what's going on. The WBA, we found out that one of the judges, right, was on the board with the WBA. She ruled the fight 117-110, meaning it wasn't even close in favor of Maestri. And they put Maestri, and so she got suspended. They ruled the fight a no contest, and they tried to order an immediate rematch. But Michael Fox was like, why do I have to do an immediate rematch when I clearly won the fight? I don't want to do it. Julian Coolington, what's going on? Zion Law, right? Now watch this now. Zion Law School, what's going on? Now watch this. So they ruled it a no contest. But Michael Fox was like, I don't even want to fight him though. Right? Because I already beat him. And it should just be, I should just be awarded my position and it should be ruled in my favor, right? But check this out. This is this top 10. So because Maestri and Fox said he don't want the immediate rematch. He don't see a point in doing it, right? The WBA has placed Maestri at number 6 in the WBA ranking system. 6. He's ahead of Conor Ben. He's ahead of Mario Barrios. He's ahead of Avanesian. He's also ahead of Michael Fox, who beat him. They have Michael Fox at number 7. We know Michael Fox clearly won the fight. They have him at 7, and they have Maestri at number 6. And get this, Maestri only has 4 fights in his entire career. But he's ranked. He only had 3 fights when he fought Michael Fox. He lost the fight with Michael Fox, as we know. But they ruled it a no contest. But he's still ahead with 4 fights. They still gave him the win. So he's ranked number 6 in the WBA ranking system with only 4 fights. And he arguably lost his last fight. So you see why that whole top 10 ranking system, did this guy beat somebody in the top 10 mean anything? You see why that doesn't mean what you think with Sean Jackson. What's going on? So you see? So when you say how many guys in the top 10 did he fight? Well, imagine he fight Maestri. You count him as a top 10 fighter? If Jaron Ennis fought and beat Maestri right now, do you count Maestri as a top 10 fighter? Because the WBA rules him at number 6 with only 4 fights and he arguably lost his last fight? No. Donnie D, 1954, brother super chat. Many talented athletes, different sports, home, no heart, or have no heart. Facts. So that's how I view that. We have my brother, Kurt Anderson, a.k.a. Kurt Sugar, a.k.a. the historian, a.k.a. my brother, my co-host. What's goody with you, Kurt?
Hey, Blue, man, that ain't nothing, man. How you doing tonight, man? What's up, chat? A.k.a. the family. How's everybody doing on this Thanksgiving Eve?
Thanksgiving Eve, Kurt. Thanksgiving Eve. How you feeling today, historian?
I'm feeling pretty good today. You know, I ain't do nothing today. I was binge watching The Wire, my favorite show of all time. That's a great show, Blue. Binge watching The Wire, watching the Nets stomp on the Celtics. That's about it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Champ Workout, what's going on? So we had some interesting news. Teofimo Lopez now we had the whole saga, the whole segment where Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney, they went back and forth. Big Block, what's going on? Teach, what's going on? They went back and forth, and essentially they verbally agreed to face off against one another. Eddie Hearn said he was willing to make the fight happen. Teofimo Lopez said that he wanted to fight. Eddie Hearn told them both, his father, if Bob Arum is not willing to make the fight, then I'm more than willing to put up the money to make the fight. They shook hands on it, said it'll be next after their respective upcoming fights. And now Teofimo Lopez, Kurt, is saying that he's going to vacate the belt after this fight. Doesn't see a point in staying at 135. Devin Haney's not a real champion. He never won a real belt. He's an email champion. And if he wants to fight him, he's been at this division for 8 years, Kurt. I've been here for 8 years, and none of these guys was looking to fight me, is what he said. And then he stated that, so if they want to fight me, Devin Haney's going to have to come up to 140 and fight me at 140. So essentially, and then he was asked, so you're going to vacate the belts? And he's like, I'm moving up to 140, right? And if Devin Haney wants to fight, then he got to fight me at 140. Now, strong possibility he's struggling to make the weight at 135. He is a growing young man. But so why did you go as far as to let the fans feel like you're going to do this next? You knew before this training camp, because he was actually in training camp when he made these statements. So you knew how difficult it was for you then to make the weight. So if you were struggling to make the weight, why didn't you just tell the fans from the beginning that you're struggling to make the weight, and that is just not happening? But no, he makes it as if they want to fight. And then another thing, Kurt, is that his father, trainer and manager, Teofimo Lopez Sr., he stated that all Devin Haney has to do is petition the WBC, and the WBC informed them that as soon as he petitions us that he wants to fight, we'll make the fight happen. Well, then the WBC president, Mauricio Suleiman, comes out and says that he never had any conversation with Teofimo Lopez Sr. As a matter of fact, he doesn't even have conversation with managers discussing possible fights. So essentially, why did all of that take place? Jeffrey Brooks, brother in Super Chat, seems to me top ranked fighters isn't considerate real competition fighters until after they leave and join PBC. Top rank has great competition. Yeah. Salute to my brother Jeffrey Brooks. So, but what's your thoughts on that, Kurt? Benjamin Raw, happy holidays to you, great brother. Go ahead, Kurt.
A long time ago, I said we're not going to get a golden era in the lightweight division. The talent is there, but I said a long time ago that some of them are going to be in the 140 division, some going to stay at 135. They're going to be spread out, and they're not going to fight each other because they're going to be at different divisions. All I hear is all bark and no bite. So I blame all of them for not fighting. You know, it's a lot of talk, and you know they're not getting in the ring with each other. We're gonna miss out on what could have been a great era in boxing. We're gonna miss out on it. You know, and I said it that the lightweight division has a lot of talent, but we're not going to get the fights that we so richly deserve as boxing fans. So, you know, those fights not going to happen. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll get 1 or 2 in 140-pound division. If we're lucky, because the 140-pound division is shaping up to be a great division. But with all this talking and Instagram and social media, I don't know if we're gonna get the fights that we deserve or the fights that we want. Ryan Garcia ain't trying to fight. Gary Russell, and even though he's from a smaller weight division, but he can make 135, he's not fighting. Devin Haney is the only one that's active. Teofimo, we'll see what happens with him this weekend. You don't know who's who behind closed doors because it's all bark and no bite. You know, when you climbing through that ring, nobody, you show heart because they're professional fighters. But you don't know who's ducking. You don't know who really don't want to fight. So it's hard to tell, and it's very frustrating.
Yep.
So as boxing fans, here we go again. That's why I studied the history of the sport. There was a golden era in the lightweight division in the 40s. You know, you had Jimmy Carter, you had Bob Montgomery, you had Ike Williams, you had like 5 or 6 great lightweights who fought each other multiple times. Bo Jack. It was nothing for them to fight each other. And only if we could get that era and them fighting each other. You know, Tank Davis versus Teofimo, Tank Davis versus Devin Haney. That'd be great for the sport and for us as well. But boxing can't get out its own way.
It's a shame because, Kurt, my thing is they fighting a week apart.
Yeah.
And it's a natural promotion.
Natural promotion, the timetable set up correctly. When 2 potential fighters fight a week or 3 weeks apart, but we're not going to get it. I'm sorry. Ryan Garcia showed you he don't want to fight. Tank Davis is carefully choosing his opponents. Devin Haney, I got good vibes about him. I got good signs on him that he'll fight anybody. And Teofimo, I don't know. Teofimo wants to become a diva now and a Hollywood star. And he lost the momentum that he had for the Lomachenko fight. Now, he's going to knock out Kambosos. And Teofimo is a very talented fighter, very good fighter, very good. So we'll see what happens with him this weekend. But that round robin tournament in the lightweight division, that's something we're not going to get. The best thing that happened to boxing is they had that super serious tournament on the zone, and they had that middleweight Super Six tournament with Andre Ward and crew on Showtime. That's the best thing that the boxing has given us.
Yep, exactly, Kurt. Exactly. Can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make this stuff up. Excreton, Pierre Wright, what's going on? Abdul Brooklyn, what's going on? You see, Kurt, this is the problem that I have. When you have fans come here talking about Miss Homebody, peace, bless to you, Queen. When you have fans come here talking about what Kurt is telling the truth, D'Angelo Phillips, what's going on? Pierre Wright, what's going on? Saquon Smith, what's going on? And so he's saying, Kurt, that he's paraphrasing. I'm a paraphrase, but he's saying you just don't like Teofimo Lopez. What are you talking about?
For me?
Yeah, he just put that in there. I just timed him out. I can't even. It just gets so annoying.
Let me explain. I have nothing against any fighter. I give constructive criticism, whether it's race, color, or creed. I'm fair. I'm down the middle. I criticize Charlo. You heard me say it. Everybody heard me say it. And he looks like me. Teofimo, with his lone outstanding victory over Lomachenko, he wants top billing. And he hasn't done that yet. He beat a very good fighter in Lomachenko. It would have been nice to give him a rematch. But, Teofimo, see, I understand fighters. That's why I can't hate fighters. I don't know you understand. I've been around fighters since the 80s. Fighters that you know. I understand them. I understand their personality. I understand how fighters are. So it doesn't surprise me when they say something crazy or they act crazy. That's a fighter's life, is a lonely one. I have nothing against Teofimo Lopez. I just said he was a talented fighter. He's out there a little bit. He wants, the diva status, and, he was chasing down Canelo and all that, I understand all that. But I have nothing against Teofimo.
Yeah, it just Duncan Penderhughes, what's going on, great brother? Hey, Duncan Penderhughes, drop the link to your channel, man, in the chat, man. Drop the link to your channel in the chat. Rapstar, what's going on? Yeah, Kurt, this is the new thing, because social media. Bradford White, what's going on? This is the new thing. Oh, man, you don't like this dude. What? What are you talking about? C-Love, what's going on? Because you talking about how he's moving. Oh, you don't like this dude. What are you talking about? It's abundantly clear. Spade up 36. What's going on? It's amazing. Amazing. Kurt, I've never seen this many fans. These are not fans of the sport of boxing. Have you ever seen it in this climate? Terrell Gasberry, what's going on?
Absolutely not. We often talk about fighters change, the styles and everything. They don't do this, they don't do that. But more shockingly is the fans. The climate has changed. Back at, before it was fans who was in the stands before the fight started. You bought a boxing program and you read it and you scored the rounds. it was beautiful, man. You know, the smell of spilt beer, popcorn all over the place. That was a real boxing crowd. The enthusiasm, the passion. But now, you know, boxing fans, they talk about pay-per-views. They talk about, how many cars he has. I saw where Regis Prograde was over Jamal Charlo's house, and he's like, "My house is big, but this house is huge, and his house is much bigger." I'm like, "So what? So what?" I saw that. You know, so it's just different. 2021, everything is different though. Boxing,
And, and,
music,
and Kurt,
everything.
and Kurt, he started
Yes,
reading the comments, and Jamal Charlo said, "I don't read the comments. I'm rich."
yeah. But we don't care about that. Just fight David Benavidez.
Right.
This man called you a body part. This man called you out aggressively. Fight him. We don't care, how much money you got. We don't care about that.
Right.
You know, you entertained us and we're happy for that. You got rich. You're being a fighter, prize fighter. Okay, you earned that. But the fighters that's on Instagram brag about what they got, it's just it's tiring, man. It's redundant.
Yeah. When he said that, I'm like, huh? Tim Jones, what's going on? I'm rich. I don't read the comments. King Unique, what's going on? What does that have to do with it? I don't understand it. I don't understand it, Kurt. I don't get it. Now, I wanted to ask you about this, Kurt. I don't know if you saw this, but did you see Jaron Boots Ennis, his brother, talking about Terence Crawford and the fight with Terence Crawford?
No, I missed that. Wow, I missed that.
And did you see when Terence Crawford was asked about fighting Boots Ennis on Sean Porter's podcast?
No, what he said? What he say?
He walked us around the block, historian. He walked us around the block. He
Yeah,
walked us around the block, great historian. He
I,
stated,
I,
he said, Jeffrey Brooks, brother in the super chat, he says, so is Bud Crawford now in a fight-by-fight situation now that he's gone from top rank? Yeah, he's doing advisor. As far as I'm being told that Rodriguez Jackson, what's going on? Armando Ramos, what's going on? I'm being told that he's going to have MTK Global as his advisor team, and he'll be essentially a free agent, something like the PBC fighters. Ex-Krypton, brother in the super chat. But only did 135K, officially report by thering.com. Yeah, I saw that. Champion Hart, what's going on, great brother? So, yeah, Kurt. Sean Porter said, what you think about Jaron Boots Ennis? And he said, do you see yourself fighting him in the future? And he said something that was very telling to me, right, Kurt? He said, that kid is very talented. He got all the skills and everything it takes. And then he says, I've been watching him from the beginning of his career because people used to come and tell me, yo, Bud, you got to watch this dude, Jaron Boots Ennis. He's a bigger version of you. He's you. And he said that he started paying attention to him from there. And there is a lot of similarities because Darlin James, what's going on? Because Texas T346, what's going on? And he said because the ability to switch, so on and so forth, and he was, he had all the skills, and he was just going in about that. Zelly 1327, what's going on, Zelly? My brother. And so he says that Royce, what's going on, Royce? Super Magtown, what's going on? So then he stated, Kurt, yeah, oh well, do you see yourself fighting him? Do you see yourself? He gave us a Floyd Mayweather answer. Watch this, Kurt. He said, do you see yourself fighting him and leaving the division? No, because Terence Crawford said he's next up to be the best. So they asked Terence Crawford, well, do you see yourself fighting him? and exiting division? Or do you see yourself when you leave division, he's taking over? And he says, well, you know, anything can happen in boxing. One punch could change the whole sport and change the whole night. And that was it. And I was like, huh? I had to rewind it. I'm like, that's one of them Floyd Mayweather answers.
Jaron has everybody's attention. They don't say yes, and for their egos, they don't say no. Sean Porter is real. That's why he admitted. And I don't what I'm gonna fight him for. You know, they know that guy is special. Spence knows, Crawford knows, they all know. And like I said, if he fight them, Crawford and Spence, they will be the lesser fighter. And that's not happening until they fight each other, Crawford and Spence. They're the prohibitive favorites over everybody else. But Ennis, regardless what the line says, I'm taking Ennis. Because, man, that guy skill-wise, man, yeah, that guy is truly something. We don't know how his career going to be, but, you know, you can pretty much see it. You can feel it. I can. I think he's going to make a lot of noise.
It's clear they know it. Richie Demby, what's going on? Magnum 357, what's going on? And then Boots Ennis' brother, he did an interview, right? You know, he was with Boots, and he did an interview. And I want to play it for you, Curry. I want you to hear exactly what he had to say regarding I want you to hear what he had to say in regards to this. Hold on. Hold on, okay. You can hear it, Kurt?
Yeah.
You heard that, Kurt?
I didn't hear that. It wasn't clear.
Oh, it wasn't clear? Shh.
There.
I don't think it feels like this.
All right, I'm going to play it again, Kurt.
After that performance, does it make your team want Crawford even more? Man, you ain't perform again. I've been telling them,
Daddy, I'm just
when he switched out, everybody always told me he's some weight, some watching. Right-handed fighter. Right-handed, when he's southpaw, he only gonna throw it right-handed. When he turns southpaw, he throw everything right. He never throw left-handed. You know what I mean? So even when he switched southpaw, you know what I mean? So all that, man, he's an average fighter. He's an average fighter. He ain't powerful pound. You know what I mean? He's an average fighter. He's an average fighter.
You heard that, Kurt?
I heard some of it. He said somebody's an average fighter.
Yeah, he said that he's not a southpaw. He said that he's not a southpaw. He said that he's not special. He says when he turns southpaw, he never throws the right hand. He's left hand dominant. And this is a fight that Boots and us has been wanting before the Sean Porter fight, because we'll beat Terence Crawford any place, anytime. and he said he ain't special. He's not pound for pound, and he says that he's just an average fighter.
Wow. Ooh. Now that I don't believe.
That's what I said. I said I don't agree with that.
That's kind of harsh, boy, but you never know what people's gonna say about you. But three-time division, three-weight division champion, lightweight knocking out 8 welterweights in a row. No, that's pretty good. That's special to me. So, you know, he's just high on his brother. But wow, he criticized Terence Crawford like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he said, Kurt. Jeffrey Brooks, brother in Super Chat, he said, did you also hear Bud say that Spence attended 2 of his fights in the past as a fan after Spence said he will never attend any of Bud's fights? Yeah, I heard him. He said that one fight was in Austin, Texas, and one was in, I think, San Antonio or something like that. And Terence Crawford attended 2 of his fights. Errol Spence attended 2 of Terence Crawford's fights. He was a fan. And then all of a sudden he switched up on me and said he would never attend my fight. He said, I thought you was a fan of the sport of boxing. You know, he said, I guess not. So that's what Terence Crawford said about Errol Spence attending the fight. What's your thoughts on that, Kurt?
I don't read too much into that. You know, it would have been something if you would have gotten to the ring like Golovkin did with Canelo, but, you know, nothing came about it. He just got up and left. So I don't read too much into it. Now, Spence would have been jawing at him from the seats or got into the ring and they arguing, then that would have poured fire on the fight. But there ain't nothing coming about it. So I don't read too much into it.
Yeah, because I don't think it's going to happen next anyway.
Nope. I think maybe 2022. It'll happen sometimes next year. You know, so summer or fall.
And there's a lot of business. Klotz, what's going on? There's a lot of business to be sorted out since he's leaving now also.
Man, I'm happy he's leaving, man. So I want him to fight the best fight and the biggest fight. He deserves it, you know. He deserves it. Spence fight is on the table, Thurman, Ortiz fights like that. Ain't no way at the Porter, there's no way to go but up.
DeAndre Carey, Johnny Elegant, what's going on? AP, what's going on? What's your thoughts on him saying that they've been hindering him from the beginning, ESPN and these networks from doing big numbers, and he stated that there's no reason that him and Sean Porter shouldn't have been on nobody's app.
Well,
It should have been on. It should have been more feasible. He said that he had so many people that reached out to him that couldn't find the fight.
Wow, that's true. They hindered his career. And Shakur, he better watch himself too, because certain fighters don't belong on ESPN. Bob, like the Navaratis, you know, the Valdezes, and he like all action fighters. He don't like technical boxers. You know, and even though Crawford has been knocking people out, but still he hindered Terence Crawford's career. You know, I remember when Terence Crawford had like dreads when he first started out. You know, when the beginning of his career. You know, but I don't know why he stayed. I'm glad he left. Better late than never. You know, if he can get a good 3 or 4 fights in, he'll change his whole resume. If he fights the Thurman and the Spencers, he'll change his whole resume. Now, this sounds pretty decent. Kell Brook, Amir Khan, Sean Porter, Errol Spence, Keith Thurman.
Another thing he said, he was asked about the fact that Sean Porter's friend, he stated that, you know, that I feel like Bob Arum cost you $75 million at least on big fights at the very least. So he stated that, or do you agree with that, right? And Musical Troy, what's going on? And he said, absolutely. He said, he cost me a lot of money, not just, he said, not just in the ring, but also business outside the ring. And I thought that was very, very telling when he said that, Kurt. He said he cost me money outside the ring, not just inside the ring. What's your thoughts on that, Kurt?
Yeah, because when you're talented like Crawford, and let's be honest, American fighters is the one who get the endorsements, but you never know. In popularity, making commercials for ESPN, you just never know how much money that he's lost because Bob Aaron held them back. He's not with Aaron anymore. I'm happy. I'm glad. So the tail end of his career, he can get the big money fights. I thought he would get more than $6 million fighting Sean Porter, but it's $6 million nonetheless. But and Terence is not a big spender like that. But let's see who he fights next.
Mm-hmm. Boss Red 357, brother in the super chat. He said, Blue, they said Bud did 135 pay-per-views. Wow. Yeah, did you see that, Kurt? They said the official number is actually 135,000 pay-per-view buys, not 190.
Yeah, I saw it. Like I said, I'm not going to get into pay-per-view numbers. The climate is different. We knew he wasn't going to do 400,000 or 500,000. We knew that.
Mm-hmm.
The climate is different in boxing. For Crawford 150, Porter, and you talk about an ESPN Plus app. Come on, man, that fight was buried from the giddy up.
Mm-hmm.
Only real hardcore boxing fans will order the fight.
Mm-hmm. Agreed, man. I think that was, like I said, and it should have been a joint pay-per-view. Why not? It's like they didn't want to give him more exposure, right? It should have been a joint pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess, maybe Sean Porter just wasn't viewed like, like like a Wilder or something like that. So I would think it would have been a joint. Yeah, Mark, you didn't 1, 2, 3. You ain't lying, man. Yeah, the app, the whole app thing, Charles Everchi. I didn't like that to begin with. It's okay for DAZN, because DAZN started out that way, so you know what you're getting into as a fighter going to DAZN. But if you're an ESPN fighter, there's no way that you shouldn't be on ESPN pay-per-view. Especially like Terence Crawford said. He said that he would laugh when Bob Aaron would say the stuff he said because he's the highest draw. Baby, plug this in. Buddha. Because he's the highest draw on ESPN. So he said not name, plug that in. Not name Tyson Fury. Jeffrey Brooks, brother in Super Chat, he said Bud could have probably sold another 10 to 20,000 pay-per-views if it wasn't because of the app. People had to pay twice to see that fight. Yeah. Charles Edward Cheese said it was $69.99. Plus you had to tack on the extra 20. And that was ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. Quincy Cotant, what's going on? Mario Reyes, what's going on? It makes you feel like they was putting him in a position that he wasn't going to succeed. Just plain and simple. Rockman Cruz, what's going on? Yeah, so Kurt, man, how do you see the fight? Like you, Jaron, Ennis, and Spence and Crawford, or any of these guys?
Well, let's do Ennis and Crawford first. Crawford, it will not be an easy out for anybody, even Ennis. And we don't know how Ennis is going to perform against those guys. Those guys are proven, the Spencers and the Crawfords. But naturally skilled fighter like Ennis, I think he wins a unanimous decision over Crawford. I think he boxes Crawford. I think he's going to hurt Crawford. I love Ennis when he's aggressive. But I think he'll box because he'll respect their skill set. And I think he beats Crawford by unanimous decision. The Crawford gets hit a lot, and he will get hit against Ennis. But Crawford will fight back because he has a lot of dog in him. But I see Ennis beating Crawford. And with Spence has a glaring weakness. He has trouble transitioning offense to defense, as in the Lamont Peterson fight and a couple other fights. And I think, that will play into Ennis' hands. And I think Ennis will win a unanimous decision over Errol Spence Jr. as well. Crawford and Spence are going to the Hall of Fame. And we're putting a lot of promise on Ennis. It's speculation, pure speculation.
Hey, Kurt. Aubrey 44 said, "You obviously don't know boxing, Kurt."
No, I don't know boxing. You want to teach me?
Oh man, King Grayson, 817 boxing me. What's going on? He said, "Kurt don't know boxing."
You want to teach me about boxing? Since I don't know the sport, boy, I'll make your head spin. I know so much.
He said the historian don't know boxing. Amazing. You can't make this stuff up. Dean West, brother Super Chat. He said that fight did more. They trying to mess with Rambo Campbell this weekend. He said Kurt don't know boxing.
Nah, Kurt don't know boxing. You can teach me. You can give me some lessons.
Oh, amazing. Hey, Brian, can you pass some paper towel? Yeah, amazing. He said Kurt don't know boxing. You obviously know. And he said obviously.
Obviously. Wow. I don't know the sport. I've just been following the sport for 47 years. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know boxing.
Oh, snap.
I don't know boxing. I don't know.
Oh, man.
That's one of the most absurd things I ever
heard. Mario Reyes, what's going on?
Because I have an opinion.
Wow.
I could be wrong. Opinion, speculation, it's just an opinion.
Don't time him out. Don't block him. Don't do none of that.
No, don't block him.
What's going on?
I want him to say something else.
Yeah. Don't time him out. Don't block him. Don't do any of those things. Let him talk. He said Ennis is not in Crawford's league, Kurt.
So why did Crawford drive around the block when he talk about Ennis? He always does it. This is not his first time. He always does it. Crawford, why do he follow him since the beginning of his career? Why he paying so much attention to Jaron Ennis? They all know what he brings to the table. Jaron Ennis is a super skilled, naturally gifted fighter. More naturally gifted than him. I don't know how his career going to turn out. But if you throw him in the ring Saturday night, you think Crawford would run through Ennis? He'll struggle with Ennis. He'll struggle with him. Big, fast, can box, everything.
Mm-hmm. John Kramer, Elbow, drink more water. What's going on with y'all? Product of New York City. What's going on? Boss Red 357, brother, back in the super chat. We still got to see if Ennis has a bid and will cause he hasn't taken a big shot yet, and he is going to get hit hard with Bud or Spence.
Yeah, he rolls with a lot of punches. I mean, listen, even Spence, when they was on the phone playing with each other, him and Ennis, Spence never said he'll fight him and he'll beat him. He said you messing with the big dogs and you're a pup. There's never a straight answer where his name comes up. Never.
Mm-hmm.
Never anybody, no fighter say, I'll knock out Ennis. I'll knock him out.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't want to put themselves in harm's way like Charlo did with Benavidez. And Ennis would be like, okay, let's fight then.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they'll say, oh man, that dude, will you fight Jaron Ennis? Oh man, that guy, you know, yeah, when the time is right, that guy is a very good fighter. You know, he has skills. You know, we'll see what happens in the near future. They'll say something like that.
Yep. LB Slugger, brother in Super Chat. How many rounds does Teo Cambosis go? I think 7. 7 rounds. What you think, Kurt?
I'm trying to figure that I've ever seen Cambosis before. I would say 6.
Yeah, around there. I'm in that same ballpark. KB, what's going on? Music TV, what's going on? Jeffrey Brooks, brother in Super Chat. Should Boots fight Spence or Bud? It will most definitely be a mandatory. They won't fight that kid willingly.
No, they definitely ain't gonna do that. And they ain't gonna fight Ennis, man. I don't think that fight's gonna happen with either or. They'll be at different divisions. They're gonna stay away from him.
Tawan GC, Michael Jones. What's going on? 4 a.m. Hustle, Ali Diab. What's going on? Now, Kurt, what you think about Floyd Mayweather saying that Terence Crawford is the best fighter in the world? And he pegged Terence Crawford to beat Errol Spence as well, slightly.
Yeah, well, I feel the same way that he's the best fighter in the world. You know, because of his versatility. He showed you what kind of fighter he is against Sean Porter. Not his physical attributes, but mentally. You know, he never got flustered. You know, he was relaxed. You know, and he fought through it. He was buzzed a couple of times. And he fought through it. When a fighter can fight through things that don't go their way, I'm very impressed by him. You know, and he broke Sean Porter down with body shots and took him out. So Floyd is right. I got Crawford #1 pound for pound in the world because of his versatility. He can fight a whole lot of different ways, and he beat a lot of styles already. Postal and Khan and Brooke and all those guys. All those guys. So I concur with him.
Via Ferreira, my brother, what's going on? Yeah, what when you think he gets his title opportunity, Kurt?
Who the Ennis?
Yeah. When they vacate?
Vacate or mandatory?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's gonna have a hard time getting fights willingly.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be vacate or mandatory. That's what I see.
On the mic, my brother Terence Bailey Sr. in the building. Go subscribe to my brother on the mic with Terence Bailey Sr. Hey Kurt, how did Virgil Ortiz get ahead of him in all these ranking systems? You know he's top 3 in every major sanction bout.
Yeah, that's a political game right there. You know, that's all I can come up with. I would love for him to fight Virgil Ortiz, man. That's who I wanted. Because Virgil Ortiz fan base was talking smack when Jaron Ennis was coming up, you know, and their names started to ring out. And Virgil Ortiz had more momentum before Ennis did. After the Lipinus fight, it all changed. And Robert Garcia's son, who I don't like, Peter, was like, you know, he'll dominate, or Virgil will dominate Ennis. But then they said 4 more years, like a politician, 4 more years. You know, so that all changed because Ennis is here now. His name is ringing out loud. But They not gonna fight, and it's not yet, not yet. At least I'm just worried about Ennis getting fights that's worth it. I don't want him. I want him to fight high profile fighters that can move him up the food chain, meaning the sanctioning body, so he
Mm-hmm.
can get his opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the politics of sport of boxing, boy. It's gonna get him. Life in Chicago, Southside. What's going on, great brother? Why not? What's going on? Aki, Motep, and family. What's going on? He is better than Canelo Fag and smash it. Get the likes up, people. You know, the business of boxing, boys, undefeated, ain't it, Kurt?
Yep, it's been for a long time.
The business of boxing, boys, undefeated, boy. Amazing. It'll get you every time. Every time. Joe Lopez, what's going on? Skills from New Orleans, my brother, what's going on? Every single time to get you. Like Kurt, Rashidi Ellis. Where is Rashidi Ellis? And that dude got talent, Kurt.
Mm-hmm.
He got talent. Smash the like button, people. Get the likes to 1.1K ASAP. Smash the like button. He got talent, Kurt. And he's not even he's not stirring up and kicking up no dust either.
No, it's like you don't care.
Right. That's what's confusing with me. Pablo Escobar, what's going on? It's your career. That's what confuses me. This is your career. Nobody else. You start the age. Kurt, we could sit here and talk boxing until we 90 years old. Bob Arum could promote like he is. What is Bob Arum? 90?
Somewhere
84?
around there.
Right? We could do this forever. You can't actually physically get in the ring and do it forever. X-Stacks 1017, what's going on? B-Dub FT Gate, what's going on? This is your career at hand. We could sit here and talk it forever. You can't box forever. So you just letting the time waits for nobody. You just letting time pass and elapse on you in your career. Smash the like button, people. Get the likes to 1.1K ASAP. Smash the like button, people. Wipe your feet before you come inside. If you haven't smashed the like button, you know you didn't. Smash it. Get the likes to 1.1K ASAP. Wayne Harris, what's going on? That's the thing that gets me all the time. It's like, I don't understand how they just sit on the shelf and allow it. Now, another thing I wanted to ask you, Kurt, did you see, now I don't know how effective this is going to be. Also, Big Boy, what's going on? That Eddie Hearn, Demetrius Andrade, they petitioned the WBC, and according to what I'm hearing, the WBC is willing to oblige them to mandate that Jamal Charlo fights Demetrius Andrade. Now, I don't know how that's going to work out, how that even works, right? Because he's not in the ranking system. So how Jamal Stafford, what's going on? But the WBC is willing to do the same thing they're willing to do with Terence Crawford and Errol Spence and mandate this fight. Lavelle, what's going on? Lavelle said, earn your likes. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you, brother, for coming. Yeah, Kurt. So how does that, have you ever, how do you feel like Royzell, what's going on? How do you feel that's going to work? And do you think it's going to work? K. Ross, what's going on? To put Jamal Charlo in a position where he's got to fight Demetrius Andrade. And clearly he heard us, right, Kurt? Right? Clearly he heard us, right, Kurt? Because we were saying how he needs to fight. So he took social media and he said, okay, so this is the fight the fans want to see me fight Jamal. Chad Quinn Jr. is going on. This is the fight that they're calling for. So let's focus on this fight. Isn't that what we were saying?
Well, I would love to see the fight. Everybody. It's obvious to make the fight they can, and I did hear about that earlier, this morning.
Mm-hmm.
They can say or do anything, but the fighters have to want to do it. They can write letters and mandate this and do that, and do whatever they want. But it's the two fighters who have the last say. You can, you know, uh, uh, you can steer the horse to the water, but you can't make him drink. So, Charlo got to want to fight. Andrade, want to do it. I don't know if that fight gets done, but it's an obvious fight and a very interesting one to make.
Yeah, my thing is, if you're not in the WBC ranking system, smash the like button. Get the likes to 1.1K. Smash the like button. Pablo, salute to the brother Pablo in the super chat. Much love to you, Pablo. Appreciate you. But like I was saying, Kurt, how does the WBC just say, Alexander Pollard, what's going on? How does the WBC just order Jamal Charlo to make the fight? Like, how do they, Sean Carter, what's going on? How do they order Errol Spence to fight Terence Crawford? Now, Errol Spence, he stated to me that it sounds like a plan. Sounds like he's cool with it. He's willing to go with it. But how's that going to work?
Yeah, they just giving notice, getting his attention, saying, "Hey, look, we mandate you to fight this guy, that guy." The fight can happen. It's up to the two fighters. If they show interest in each other, like real interest, because both of them are all bark and no bite, then the fight will happen. But they gotta want it. They gotta call out each other. They gotta like aggressively go to their sanctioning body and say, make the fight. But without that, then it ain't gonna happen.
And do you think Jamal's going to take that fight?
Jamal is somewhere else now. I have no idea. If he hesitant to fight Benavidez, who else he hesitant to fight? That's the real question. And Andrade too. That's why it's an interesting fight because both of them all barking no bite. They all in the same boat. Both of them. They need to fight each other so they can knock each other off.
Mm-hmm. I agree. It needs to happen. It needs to happen.
Fight somebody with a post. Charlo Montiel, no. Andrade Quigley, no. Fight somebody with a pulse. And he talking about Billy Joe Sanders. He just got knocked out. So he doesn't make any sense.
I mean, to me, it just makes all the sense in the world. Like, you're not going to get, you're not going to get Triple G and Murata. They're not going to fight you. That's not going to happen. So, and they wait until the end of the year. What's the point in waiting for them? And the thing is, you got to be, it's amazing to me, Kurt. The big fights, you got to be pushed into these big fights, boy. But when it comes to, these other fights, boy, you'll pick and choose these fights, no problem.
Mm-hmm. Fights happen real fast. You don't hear nothing, and then all of a sudden, Andrade is fighting next month against, Jason Jones or somebody like that.
Right. It's somebody we never heard of, or it's amazing, man. It's amazing to me. But I do hope that it works, and I do hope that the WBC gets him to agree and make the fight happen, and how you see the fight playing out.
This is a strange fight to speculate on, to have an opinion on. They both are talented, but I always thought they was missing something psychologically. So whoever has the stronger mental game will win this fight. Because they both can fight. But because of how their careers has gone and going and fighting each other, it's who wants to fight more. Because it's a pick and fight. They both skilled.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the way I see it. You know, Charlo will win if he wants to fight more. I give Andrade a slight chance because I think he'll land that funny right hand he throws. I think he'll land it on Charlo. You know, it comes from an awkward angle. You know, and it lands. So I give Andrade a slight advantage over Charlo.
Mm-hmm. Brother Charles Edward Cheese, he said, what's crazy is the fans will condone the soft touch as long as you come with the heater after one or two of them. But these brothers trying to put sloth on pay-per-view. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you know, it'll be acceptable if you're giving us the fights we want to see, but just back to back to just the fights we don't want to see is like, come on, man. And don't tell us about the business and not knowing the business. Come on, please stop. Billy Matthews, what's going on? Deontay Mosley, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. They can do it. He said they could do it, my guys. They did it for Loma. They pick and choose who they do it for. All these organizations, salute Blue and Kurt. Yeah, they did it for Lomachenko and they did it for Sergey Kovalev. They ordered these fights for Sergey Kovalev and they did it for Lomachenko, right? In this case, I hope it comes true. The thing is, where is it going to take place now, Kurt?
True. That's true. That's a I would say neutral, maybe Las Vegas.
No, I'm saying what network? If they order it.
Network. Wow.
Is Andre willing to say, okay, I'll let Jamal be the A side? And let it take place on, what is it? Where he fight on? Fox?
Yeah. I would, if he was smart, for the fight to get more exposure, I would say Fox. Because it's a bigger platform than the Zone.
Mm-hmm. Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, the bigger platform is Fox and PBC, right? I'm sure Eddie is going to try to make it a joint thing, a joint network.
I can see him going that way too. I can see him going that way too, make it a joint.
Yeah, make it a joint. Make it a joint. Why not? Michael Lee, what's going on? IG, what's going on? Put it on everything. Put it on the Zone. And put it on Fox and Fox pay-per-view. Why not? You know, salute L. Jose Lopez, what's going on? Anthony Brinton, what's going on? No, he said he's going to vacate the belts or whatever. That's unfortunate. Again, smash the like button, man. Get the likes to 1.1K. Yeah, whatever it takes, Deontay Mosley. I'm with you, man. Whatever it takes to get it done, get it done. Because, hey, Kurt, I said this earlier. I hope Murata and Triple G double knock each other out and retire immediately. That's what I hope, Kurt.
Yeah, that fight is pointless.
Yeah, man. Kurt, come on, man. I wish they just double knock each other out and retire immediately.
Wow.
I don't even want, like, okay, Kurt. Brian Corbin, what's going on? Now, we got to ask ourselves this. Is the winner going to fight Charlo or Andre?
Probably not.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, what are they gonna do?
Man, you got talent in a lot of divisions, man, but they're not going to fight each other. Now, we have gotten some good fights. Taylor and Prograis, we have gotten some fights. Estrada, Chocolatito, but it could be a lot more. We could have a plethora of outstanding fights if they're willing to fight each other, but it ain't going to happen.
Mm-hmm. They ain't fighting. They ain't fighting. They ain't gonna fight nobody, man. Triple G still looking for a Canelo fight. That's all he wants. That payday. That's all he wants is the payday. That's all he looking for. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 1.1K. Smash the like button. Russell Williams, what's going on? You know, yeah, so it just hurts the sport, man. I want to just see the best, absolutely fight the best, and that's it. Just give me the best fighting the best, period.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's sticking points holding up the Tyson Fury Dillian White fight. Why? Man, it should be Spirit. What's going on? Are you going to vacate the belt? If not, Marvin Rollins Jr., what's going on? Pierre Wright, what's going on? Fight Dillian White and move past it. Please. Please. Why? Like, we got to go through these song and dances with every single fight. Every single fight, Kurt, we got to go through these song and dances and hoops and hurdles. And for what? Man, you're not going to fight them, vacate the belts, and move on. It's amazing to me, man. You know, remember Lomachenko, he said that he wasn't a natural 35-pounder, right?
Yeah.
He was a natural 130-pounder. Okay, now they're asking him to fight Shakur Stevenson after this Richard Comey fight. Now he's talking about he's fighting at 130. He's a 135-pounder. Like, it's just all unnecessary, man. So who are you gonna fight next? If Lomachenko, you beat Richard Comey, what are you gonna do? Who are you gonna fight next? What are you gonna do now? What's his name? Christopher Colbert, right?
Mm-hmm.
He did all that with Shakur Stevenson. They went back and forth. Shakur Stevenson, he ready to make the fight happen with Chris Colbert as soon as he finished his title fight in the unification bout. Chris Colbert is saying that that's a fight that need to happen down the line.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
You can't make it up, Kurt.
Can't.
Now that's a fight that needs to happen down the line. What do you mean? Wow, man. What's his name? Virgil Ortiz. How many years he need, Kurt?
4.
4. Amazing. You can't make this stuff up. Machiavelli Mafia, brother in Super Chat. Does Canelo have a legacy fight? Convo with the fam was fighters don't determine their own legacy because they need other great to prove all the status. His legacy fight was Triple G. His legacy win was Triple G. That's his biggest win. That's his legacy fight. And then he has accomplishments that he accomplished, obviously becoming undisputed, beating Sergey Kovalev, unifying the belts in the division. So Triple G is his legacy fight. What you think, Kurt?
Yeah. Triple G is his legacy fight. I agree with you. I agree.
I don't see, see the thing about him, is he has some questionable wins, but he's fought some big names. we might not always agree with the way he maneuvers, but he fought some big names. And like I said, he didn't have to fight Lara. He didn't have to fight Lara at all.
I had him losing the first fight and winning the second fight.
And I thought he won both the fights against Triple G. But those Triple G was supposed to be that guy. So, smash the like button, people. Get the likes to 1.1K. Smash the like button. Curtis Sewell, who wins, Fulton or Figueroa? I think Fulton wins. Kurt thinks Figueroa is going to win. Yeah. So, Kurt, people think that people actually saying Cotto won that fight. I don't know how people feel like Cotto beat Canelo on that night. I didn't see it at all. Kenneth Pena, what's going on?
Canelo won that fight clearly.
Clearly, I thought, like, where's the gray area?
Cotto fought well, but Canelo was too big for him.
Yeah,
he couldn't move Canelo when he hit him.
Right.
Canelo beat him clearly.
At least that's what I thought. Full movie episode, brother in super chat. Why we don't get no welterweight trilogies? Is that just welterweight thing? Because those fights be so decisive, man. Salute to full movie episode in the super chat. Jellybean 4280, what's going on? It just doesn't call for it. And I would have loved to see Hagler and Sugar Ray rematch. I would have loved to see Hearns and Sugar and Hagler rematch. I would have loved to see, Floyd Mayweather and Oscar De La Hoya a part 2. It just doesn't happen. I don't know why. I don't know. It's the glamour division. So, and I feel like this is my thoughts on that, Kurt, is I just feel like because it's the glamour division, we always want to move on to what's next because there's so many other big fights and big names in a division that you're just ready to see them, the winner versus the next best option. But what's your thoughts on that, Kurt?
Yeah, well, to make a trilogy happen, 2 of the fighters who fought twice is going to have to stay in the same division. Most of the times, one of the fighters lead the division because of weight. He's past it. He's older. So it's hard for and we don't have some great trilogies, man. But great trilogies. But most of the time, the fighters have to be in the same division and they have to stay there. So that's the way I see it. But Ali and Frazier was a trilogy. Fighters used to fight 3 or 4 times, even more than that, way back in the day. Zale and Graciano was a great trilogy. So you had many great trilogies and even fighters fighting 4, 5 times because they stayed in the same division.
Now, Curry, let me ask you this: why didn't Hagler and Leonard ever rematch, and why didn't Hagler and Hearns ever rematch? Why didn't those rematches ever come to fruition?
Well, Hagler wanted to rematch, but Ray said no. Ray was like, "That this is just a one fight comeback," which he lied again. But that's why Hagler wanted the rematch, but Ray didn't. That's why I never materialized. And with Hearns had an injury 6 months after that fight with his hands. He kept having breaking bones in his hands, and Hagler wasn't going to wait for Hearns. That fight, was a big fight, and he went after Mugabe. Mugabe was the hot name because he was like 25-0 with 25 knockouts, something like that, And people were saying he's a threat to Marvin. So Marvin was looking at a different challenge. he did what he had to do with Hearns, and it was Mugabe's time. That's when Marvin started to slow down too.
Now, if they did rematch both those fights, how you saw them playing out, or the same results?
Hagler probably would have beat Leonard because Leonard, you know, being away like 4 years was special that night. You know, his legs was moving beautifully, his lateral movement. But I think Hagler would have got him because Hagler wouldn't have tried to outbox him. You know, he gave up the first 4 rounds. And with Hearns, I think he would have went right at Hearns and would have got Hearns out of there again. Strong fighters was Hearns' Achilles heel. Leonard James, the Heat Kitchen, Iran Barkley, Marvin Hagler.
I truly wanted to see, man, those rematches. Smash the like button, people. Get the likes to 1.1K. Smash the like button. I truly wanted to see, always wanted to see those two rematches, man. That's my ultimate. I always wanted to see, you know, I wish those fights would have happened, man, just to see how they would have played out, you know, especially Hagler and Hearns, because, you know, I would have just liked to see it start to slow down and everybody settle in, and how that would have played out, the chess match, you know, without the immediate excitement. And it was like, it was excitement and it was over. You know what I mean? I would have liked them to see them settle down, settle in, and see a chess match start to play out, or if it just stayed at that level until it ended again. I would have loved to see it. I just would have loved to see that, Kurt.
Mm-hmm.
What's your all-time dream matchup? Smash the like button. Get the likes to 1.1K. If you could take two fighters from any era and just make and they fought, what would be, and where would you have them fight?
Las Vegas, it would be Sugar Ray Robinson versus Sugar Ray Leonard. In Las Vegas, Nevada.
I always wanted to see Floyd Mayweather and Sugar Ray Leonard. I would love to see Roy Jones and Sugar Ray Leonard. I just, you know what, Kurt, and maybe I'm wrong for doing this, but I just put Sugar Ray Robinson. It's like he's so above the sport. You know, he's such a major figure in the sport of boxing. It's like, I feel like he's the you know, he's like the Wilt Chamberlain or the Michael Jordan of boxing. It's like, I don't really want to see him in these fantasy fights. You know, he's just on a. I don't want to see him on Mount Rushmore. I think he's above the Mount Rushmore, and then it's around Rush Mount Moore, because of so many things he created, so many different lanes, so many, you know, he elevated the sport in and out the ring. You know, he left his imprint and his fingerprints on the sport of boxing. You know, it's just that, you know, I just got him up here. Like, I just feel like it's just a slight to him in and out the ring to even put him in these fantasy. Just got him so high. I think he is boxing. You know what I mean? I feel like he is boxing. So go ahead, Kurt.
He's, you know, like I said, out of thousands of fighters, I've never seen a guy like him. I've never seen a talent like his. From 1941 to 1953, he won 91 fights in a row. You know, he was like, what was the record? I don't know, 130 something and one with 85 knockouts. I think it was 120 something and one with 85 knockouts. You know, but I've never seen a guy with power and speed like that. Nope, that could punch, left hook. His left hook was better than Joe Frazier's. He used to knock people out with the double triple left hook. He's a triple up on it. If he didn't get you with the first one, he brung it back and he got you with the second and third one.
Champagne Marlon, what's going on? Salute to brother Quincy Carter, brother in the super chat. He said, Blue, thoughts on Teofimo Lopez vacating the belts? I don't like it, man. Hurts the sport. Yeah, Charles Edward Cheese said they mixing that pie batter, huh, Blue? Yeah. My brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports in the building. Go subscribe to brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports. Keon dropped the link. He said he wanted to see Bo versus Mike Tyson, both in their prime. Quincy Carter, I don't like it, man. I think it hurts the sport. It's just the cap. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 1.1K. It hurts the sport of boxing, man. Because Kurt, and my reason for saying that is because they have an opportunity to truly solidify that seventh spot in history to only be seven fighters in history to hold all four major sanction belts. And him vacating, talking about fighting me at 140. Come to 140 and fight me. Come to 140 and fight me. Well, now you just Brown Lumber 909. What's going on? Now you just left a legacy behind. Now everybody's gonna have to scramble for the belts. You could fight Devin Haney at 135, stay disciplined for one more fight, and history can be made. And you can truly solidify yourself as undisputed as you go around and telling the boxing world that you're undisputed. You truly have an opportunity to show and solidify yourself undisputed, and you get to do it in a big fight, get the biggest payday of your career, and you get to do it against a guy in Devin Haney that you claim you just want to, stop him from talking. And now you're talking about fight me at 140 for nothing, because Josh Taylor's still the champion there. So fight you at 140 for nothing. Nothing's on the line. Super Mac time, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. Real Talk Blue and Kurt, I'm tired of these lackluster fights, and they want us to pay for it on pay-per-view. They need to stop that BS. These new boxers have me shaking my head sometimes. Not sometimes, all the time for me, bro.
All the time. Oh, another dream fight would have been Aaron Pryor versus Henry Armstrong. That would have been like fire.
Mm-hmm.
Strictly fire, because I'm matching up the styles.
Mm-hmm.
They would have threw 1,000 punches in that fight.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but we get some good fights every now and then, and then we're gonna get some not so good fights.
Mm-hmm. See, the thing is, you give us enough good fights and quality fights, then it overshadows the lackluster ones. But today's time, we get more lackluster fights than we do quality fights.
Yeah, like Figueroa and Fulton is a very good fight.
Very good fight.
That's an outstanding fight. Taylor and Prograis was a good matchup, good fight. Wild and Fury, because of the rivalry, was intriguing, to say the least. So we'll get some good fights.
Mm-hmm.
But we get some lackluster ones as well.
Mm-hmm. Beyond Above Media, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. He said, love the channel, yo. Kurt, keep getting better, brother. You have so much more to contribute.
Thanks a lot, my brother.
Emmanuel H, what's going on, great brother? 88 Sports Talk, brother in super chat. Kurt, Salvador Sanchez versus Gary Russell Jr.
Oh, Sanchez will beat the crap out of Gary Russell. That's not even a fight.
Speaking of which, Kurt, did you hear when I interviewed Robert Garcia, and Robert Garcia stated that he feel like Canelo could already be the greatest Mexican fighter in the history of the sport of boxing. He stated, a lot of people going to say Salvador Sanchez or Julio Cesar Chavez or even Marquez Barrera. He said, but he feel like the accomplishment, what he's done, he feel like a lot of Mexican fighters just don't give him his credit because he's not in the type of fights that they're accustomed to seeing and the Mexican heritage. So he stated, he thinks he's the best right now. So what's your thoughts on that? And smash the like button, people. Get the likes to 1.1K ASAP.
Canelo's going to be up there. His career is still going on. But Canelo is making a mistake in his fan base. They're equating getting belts as historic feat, where you're just collecting belts and targeting certain fighters. And now you want to go to cruiserweight and fight the guy, Kumbu, something like that. And he has it in his head that the more belts I get, I'll move up the history ladder. And that's not the case. But Salvador Sanchez was a better fighter than Canelo. And Chavez was too. They fought better opponents. Now, of course, Mayweather fight. But Canelo is beatable, but you just don't have the opponents to do it. So it's going to look like he's dominating, which he is, because they're not equipped to beat him. Look at the horrible performance that Caleb Plant gave. Horrible. I knew Plant didn't have a chance. I knew he was going to do a Calvin Smith. So I disagree with Garcia. Canelo will belong. He's in the top 10 right now, and he's moving up. But he's not the greatest Mexican fighter I've ever seen. To me, that was Sanchez.
Yeah, it's amazing, man. I was surprised when he said that. Hope now, what's going on? I was completely taken back when he said that. I was like, wow, really? I was surprised, man.
I'm surprised he would say something like that. I thought he knew better than that.
Mm-hmm. That surprised me, man. But Kurt, what you think about Riddick Bowe and Mike Tyson in their absolute primes?
The Riddick Bowe that beat Holyfield probably would have beat Mike Tyson, because his jab, his right hand and his height and reach, that jab would have gave Mike Tyson problems. But the Mike Tyson from 85, 88 would have beat Bowe. So it depends when they would have fought. I'm taking Tyson from 85 to 88, because he's not getting the inside through combination. But that would have been a good fight, though. A very good fight.
Yeah, that version that beat. Smash the like button, people. Get the likes to 1.1K. Smash the like button. Yeah, he that version that beat Mike that beat Holyfield. Yeah, I do. Man, that dude was, man. You ain't gonna see a sharper heavyweight, man. You think that version that beat Holyfield? You think he beats Larry Holmes?
No. Larry Holmes, Riddick Bowe was a good heavyweight. Larry Holmes was a great heavyweight. Larry Holmes in his prime would beat Riddick Bowe. Larry knew how to win. I don't know what he would have done to win it, but he would have won. It would have been a good fight, but Holmes' jab was better than Bowe's, and Bowe had a good jab. Larry Holmes had a good right hand, and Larry Holmes, and he got knocked down here, get up. And he always found a way.
Mm-hmm. Black Mac 1978. I'm gonna have it on the website soon. We'll have it on the website soon. What you think that version that beat Vander Holyfield, he beats Lennox Lewis, Kurt?
Yeah. That at that time he would have beat Lewis. So he had too many tools. Around 95 when they signed the fight again, Lewis was going to beat him both. But at 92 when he beat Holyfield, he was going to beat Lewis.
Quincy Carter, brother in the super chat. He said Ward versus Roy Jones Jr. Kurt. I got Roy Jones.
Oh, Roy Jones, too athletic.
Mm-hmm.
Too athletic.
Just too quick. Hey, Kurt, Roy in his prime versus Kawasaki.
that Roy win, but the tougher than expected. So Calzaghe was great, but Roy in his prime was like one of a kind, man. One of a kind.
Mm-hmm.
So Calzaghe would have gave him a fight though.
How good do you think Calzaghe was?
Probably the most skilled fighter ever to come out of England. He fought, to be honest with you, he fought like a black fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Upper body movement, the athleticism, the speed, didn't have a lot of power, but he didn't need to when you could box like that.
Mm-hmm.
He don't get enough credit for Hopkins and Jones, and rightfully so, because he waited to them to get old. Then he fought them. But Calzaghe, he was 46-0 for a reason. He beat a lot of good fighters. So Calzaghe was probably the most skilled fighter ever to come out of England that I can remember.
You think Calzaghe beat Bernard in his prime?
I still say Bernard, but that'd be a hard fight for Bernard because he would throw a lot more punches than Bernard and try to out hustle Bernard and win on the scorecard. But I still say Bernard because Bernard did drop him. I think the first round they fight, and
Yeah, both.
I
Roy
think
dropped
Bernard was on the
him
way.
too.
Yeah.
Roy dropped him too.
Mm-hmm. I think Bernard will win, but it will not be easy. But he'll be looking to out hustle Bernard like Jermaine Taylor out hustle. That's how he beat Bernard.
Mm-hmm.
You throw a lot more punches because he likes to fight at a slow pace.
What about Calzaghe and Tony, James Tony?
Nah, Tony was special. Tony was special. Tony defense, and plus he's probably one of the best fighters that could fight in the middle of the ring. He could transition from offense to defense beautifully. So I like Tony. Calzaghe was a very good fighter, but I just think that Tony, Roy Jones, Bernard, even though he beat them, they was old in their prime, that they will beat Calzaghe.
Pablo, brother in Super Chat. He said Lennox versus Fury. I got Lennox. Yeah, me too. Lennox Lewis versus Tyson Fury, Kurt.
I like Lennox in that fight.
Yeah, me too. But that's all we got for y'all people. Let's get on out of here, Kurt.
Yes, indeed. Great boxing talk. I don't know. We coming on tomorrow, Thanksgiving. Are we coming on tomorrow?
Yeah, but I'm gonna come on like 4:00.
Oh, okay. So we'll be on tomorrow, people, at 4:00. My wife's supposed to be bringing me a plate, so I'm gonna give me a turkey leg. I love turkey legs and some yams and all that good stuff. I want everybody to enjoy their holiday tomorrow. I got to be forced to watch the Cowboys tomorrow play the Raiders. But everybody enjoy your holiday. We'll be back tomorrow with some more great boxing talk. My name is Curtis Anderson, aka Kurt Sugar, and we will see you tomorrow.
Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow us on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share the videos. That's all we got for y'all. Peace.
Peace.